Hello and welcome everybody to ProBots. Thank you for joining us on this day 4 of season 2 here on ESChamp. We have some exciting best of threes lined up for you tonight as we move back into our upper bracket. We had some of our first eliminations last week. Big shout out to all of the bot makers. You all worked very hard and only the strongest will survive. And tonight we're going to decide who joins that lower bracket. But before we get into that, we have to do a big shout out to our Crown Club members. They are awesome. They are the reason we're able to keep doing this. You can get all the links for that in the description below. You can definitely help out ESChamp and help future seasons of ProBots in a very easy way. You get special access to a new ProBot segment. You get some behind the scenes content. You get access to a members only Discord, all sorts of really cool perks. You even get a shout out, which we're going to do right now. Let's go ahead and shout out one of our Crown Club members. Raf RR, thank you so much for your support. That is one of our bot makers as well as a Crown Club member. Big shout out to all of them. For just a $5 donation, you can make sure these bots never go hungry. But we are joined tonight by an awesome co-caster. His name is Laughing Games. How are you doing tonight?
Hello, I'm doing pretty good.
Excellent.
Ready to cast some robots, that's for sure. I'm not really too sure what to expect, but I've been keeping my eye on ProBots for a while and just catching like a glimpse here and there, so I'm ready to get into the thick of it.
Definitely. Now you've done some Brood War bot casting. Am I assuming correctly? Or is that
no
somebody
Brood
else?
War.
Oh, no Brood War.
now.
I thought they said you had done some Brood War. Oh, okay. Oh, that's Falcon Paladin who's done that. Okay, production lied to me. That's fine. But so this is cool though. You've done some Alpha Star stuff. You're familiar with the bot scene somewhat. Have you ever dabbled in creating a bot or anything like that?
Oh no. As far as like, I've done like a tiny bit of programming, but definitely nothing. If I made a bot, it wouldn't do much. That's for sure. That's all I can say about that.
It's definitely a hard skill set to learn. I'm practicing right now, and it is confusing. But we did have some very cool new bots. A couple of them did get eliminated last week. We've got a lot of returning bots. Ketroc is actually the only remaining new bot in our bracket still. Let's go ahead and take a look at our main tournament bracket here tonight. We will see the bots that got eliminated, I believe, and see who's moving on. So yeah, this is going to decide who moves down into that lower bracket. This will decide who our first semi-finalists are as well. Who our only semi-finalists are, actually. We've got MicroMachine versus TyrP coming up first. Ketroc versus Spiny. We talked a little bit with Ketroc about his anticipation with that one coming up. We'll see how that turns out. We've got Jensiiibot versus TheHarvester. And then MadAI versus Strelok to finish things off. So are you familiar with any of these bots? Do you have a favorite? One you like more than the others?
Well, before coming up onto the, before I knew I was going to be casting on here, I was looking at like some of the bots in the bracket and everything. And well, the first one that caught my eye, of course, was the Ketroc bot. I recognize that username anywhere.
Yep.
Played against that guy on ladder on StarCraft, and I was like, oh my God, is this actually...
Same guy,
and it's literally just a Ketroc bot from what I saw. And so definitely the Ketroc bot. And then TyrP seems to be like a pretty solid bot from what I've seen.
TyrP has always done very well, always been a crowd favorite. He's even done some personalized builds for me, which I always appreciate. It's a lot of fun to see him play. But yeah, very strong bots coming in. MicroMachine, I'm sure you've seen him. He's been our number one contender pretty much for multiple seasons now. Even against human players, he's always kind of been the top dog, the one that even the humans are having trouble beating. Whoa, that was loud. I don't know if you guys heard that.
I heard
damn
that.
near gave me a heart attack. Okay, well, I guess we're ready for our first game. That's what that was saying. We do have, who was coming up first again? MicroMachine versus TyrP. is going to be our first matchup, a T versus P, a little Terran versus Protoss coming at you. Now, a lot of these bots did get some updates. They are allowed to be updated from week to week, in case you didn't know. So MicroMachine and Tyr both received updates. Harvester, Jensiiibot, Ketroc, and Spiny all also received some updates. So Strelok and MadAI are just going to kind of be going into this with what they had in the first week. So we'll see how that kind of compares to the bots who have been upgraded and are, looking a little bit stronger and better maybe. All right, yeah, MicroMachine versus Tyr, Ketroc, Spiny, Jensiiibot, Harvester. We saw that. We're ready. It just says soon, so I don't know when we're going to hop into the game, but it will be very soon. Before we do, be sure to check out our forum as well. We have an awesome forum. You can stay up to date with what is going on here at ESChamp. There was a really cool announcement earlier, kind of outlining what's going on tonight, who's playing, who's joining us, Laughing Games here. And you do have a stream that people can check out as well, correct? Have you been actively streaming recently?
Yeah, I've been streaming on and off, but a couple hours a day most days, me playing a little bit of ladder and stuff like that.
All right.
So
good
yeah,
stuff.
if you want to see someone get BC rushed, come and check it out.
Oh yeah. Well, you can start playing against these bots and streaming that. In case you guys didn't know as well, you can actually download a really cool little client. I'm sure somebody will post it in the chat. We can get a link for you where you can download the bots and play against them. A lot of these bots, MicroMachine, Tyr, Kagamine, just a lot of these bots you can go up against and kind of test your skills and see how they're doing. I'm assuming you haven't tried that yet?
I haven't had a chance to, but I definitely want to as I get more into this.
That's a lot of fun. Sure. Well, if you come back around the season finale here, we always do a humans versus bots show match, and you could maybe get you on Team Human here or something. It's always a lot of fun. All right, are we ready for our first match, or our first best of 3? All right, let's do it. We're going to dive into it right now. Grab onto your seats, everybody. We're going. I didn't tell you, just for the intro. Wait for it.
RR and Unusuals, MicroMachine. Tyr.
Thanos there looking good. That is the representation of Tyr is Thanos there. And I think he lives up to that power level every now and then. Tyr, one of our stronger bots for sure. I think I saw a lot of people talking actually. Tyr is probably one of the best contenders to take out MicroMachine here in the quarterfinals, which, again, no easy feat. I don't know how much you've seen MicroMachine play, but it is not an easy bot to beat.
I have seen MicroMachine play a little bit, and it's the one that keeps catching my eye. That's for sure. Because, the first thing when I was checking out ProBots, I was like, oh, a MicroMachine bot, what's it gonna do?
Well, it does a lot of what its name says. A lot of very strong micro. Usually with a lot of Banshees and stuff, but we're actually seeing 2 proxied barracks right now. So I'm curious if that's going to be for Reapers or something.
Yeah, Tech Lab coming down on one of them. Is it going to be I guess it'll have to be Marauders then, right?
Ooh, I would love to see that. I always love a good Marauder rush against... Yes, it is! Oh, you're a psychic. You know so much here. Oh, this is a dream come true for me. Yeah, against Protoss early game, Marauders are really good. I was going to say, the concussive shell should be following up here. And man, this is going to be so good against a lot of what Tyr does. Tyr does open with Stalkers pretty often. We can see the first one getting Chrono boosted out right now. And I think you know how that one ends, usually.
Yeah, the Marauders can catch the Stalker. It's just devastating to Protoss. They don't have a lot of units early game. And so losing just even one Stalker or something can put the Protoss in a lot of trouble. But look at this. I'm seeing Tyr already build a shield battery, get that robo, keep the Stalker on the high ground.
Tyr reacts very well to stuff, and we're seeing it right here. Yeah, just going to stay on the one base. Now, I'm curious if he's going to make his way into Tempest, or if now the plan has changed a little bit, because, we saw earlier, Tempests are not OP. They are balanced, as all things should be. A little Thanos wisdom for you there. So I imagine Tempest will be on the menu here eventually, but yeah, you got to survive these Marauders first, and Immortals would be good. Let's see if one starts building.
Oh, I don't think this is going to work out at all for MicroMachine.
Yeah, it's looking good so far with that shield battery, like you said. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is looking so good. 3 stalkers out now as well. Yeah, just the one base. If these stalkers had been on the low ground, anything other than what they're doing right now, they could have easily been picked off by those Marauders in their concussive shell. But nice hold. Tyr is just so strong. This is so smart. Yeah, with the Immortal coming out too. Yeah, these Marauders don't stand a chance. Now, it almost looks like this was tailored to kind of beat Tyr, hopefully, you know, in MicroMachine's mind. Just kind of take advantage of that early game against Protoss, maybe. But, man, this did not work out at all. He's just going to go home. Is he going home? Is he done? It looks like he's done.
Yeah, at some point you just got to pack up and...
Interesting. Okay. Well, yeah, we have another base coming on, so maybe we'll start seeing the Banshees and stuff that we usually see out of MicroMachine. Cyclones, that kind of thing. A lot, very mech-oriented. Yeah, and there's the factory on the way right now as well. So, all right. All right. This is going to go into a little bit later of a game. I'm curious how long Tyr's going to stay on one base now, though.
Yeah. Do you think Tyr's just going to move across the map and basically try and kill MicroMachine?
It definitely could be a very easy possibility for him to take the win this way. Yeah, with just Marauders, that one Immortal is king right now. Now, I'm trying to look up where we have the bot changes, because both these bots, again, did receive some changes. Oh, there it is. I forgot you have to click the little caret down to see them all. Oh, wow, man, there's a lot of changes for MicroMachine, actually. Yeah, we'll kind of talk about them as these Marauders are just getting cornered, and I think this should pretty much put MicroMachine in an unwinnable spot, but you never know. You know, he's got a good economy back home. If you can get those factories churning out, maybe something can happen. But let's see. Improved micro at the bottom of ramps was one of them. You could kind of say, you know, he kept those Marauders alive pretty well when he was fighting from the low ground. So I guess you could, yeah, I could see that. Improved planetary fortress repair logic. Improved just a lot of logic fixes and some bug fixes here and there with cyclones and a lot of cyclone fixes, actually. So I'd love to see some cyclones against this, honestly.
Looks like MicroMachine's just going to keep spitting out Marauders into the army of Tyr.
Yeah.
Back at home, though, there is a starport on the way on that production tab, so maybe it can get out a Banshee?
Even if it does, though, there's an observer, too. So even if Cloak comes down or anything, these stalkers are just going to have a heyday.
Yeah.
This is not looking good
good
for Micro. Yep. Not looking good. It's looking good for Tyr. Tyr did get some changes as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at that once my thing loads up. As Tyr makes his way across the map to potentially finish MicroMachine in game one. These are best of threes. Again, we are doing a double elimination bracket for the first time ever here on ProBots. So we'll get to see a few games between these guys, hopefully. Just a couple updates. Actually, updated a build for the MicroMachine matchup specifically. So I'm wondering how much Tyr actually anticipated something cheesy like this, and was just like, all right, I'm just gonna stay on one base and, you know, get Immortals to survive.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy how they just, it's pretty human too if you think about it, just having them actually adjust strategies for a specific matchup, knowing their opponent.
Yeah. Oh, there's
That's
definitely
really cool.
metagaming that can start to get involved, and just a lot. Yeah, it can be very interesting. Oh, and I don't know if you, so that bunker there died. I don't know if you saw this, it's new this season. MicroMachine is playing around with some gas bunkering, where you put the bunker in between your CC and your refinery, and it essentially, you know, enables your SCVs to transport instantly to the refinery.
Oh,
So,
that's a really, I read that, but I didn't know what it meant. And so you actually mine gas faster doing that?
I believe so. I'm assuming they did the math behind it. I haven't seen the exact numbers on it, but it makes sense, you know, because the bot is not limited by APM or by it can do as much as it wants wherever on the map that it wants at any time
really
it wants,
cool.
as long as it has the unit. So yeah, it's just micro that every single time, unloading, loading, unloading, loading. And whereas a normal human could obviously not do that,
Yeah.
the bots can. So
Does that-
the base goes down.
Does that mean that, like, I guess maybe it doesn't need like 3 SCVs to mine at full efficiency, just like 2 or
Just
something?
2, I believe. Yeah, I believe that's what they've talked about. Is it just takes 2 to essentially mine? Because yeah, your SCV, your second SCV is just always like instantly there, ready to go once one pops out. Oh man, yeah. So Tyr is definitely going to take game 1 here. We've sped things up. So we are going to be moving on to our next match momentarily. Ooh, this is looking good. So yeah, he also added some reactions to MicroMachine chat messages. So it's always fun to see these bots kind of chit-chat. Maybe you've seen AnyBot is one of our more talkative bots down in the lower bracket. But it's nice to give them a little human personality, you know?
Yeah, anything to liven up the competition.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and it is lively. This competition is just on fire right now. It is so good. Tyr is in a good spot. Again, like we talked about, MicroMachine, one of the stronger bots, but Tyr always a contender to take him out. And it is so far 1-0. So we're going to be hopping into our next match in just a couple of minutes here. Wait, did we get some math? No, 1 is half of 3. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. See, there you go. We're learning math here on ESChamp. Oh, it just takes 1 SCV to mine gases at the same speed as 3 would.
Really? I guess the bunker teleport is like instant.
Oh, so, yeah, it must be instant. Well, because I'm curious if you did have a second one, because surely there's the moment where it has to get in the bunker and out of the bunker and drop off the gas, like just even a split second that another SCV could be going in, maybe, or maybe not. Maybe these guys really did figure it all out. They are smart. These are definitely some of our most talented programmers, I'd say. Okay. All right, so we're going to be hopping into that next game in a sec. So, yeah, I don't know how many other bots use C#, but MicroMachine is one of the, I believe the only one, the only one in our round of 16 here. And there's even a ladder of 50+ bots. The AI Arena ladder is where these bots all qualified from. And then, of course, MicroMachine, I believe, was number 1. Or, no, somebody else. Whisper in my ear, someone who qualified first. Was it MicroMachine? It was MicroMachine. Okay, I'm not full of it. Yeah, MicroMachine always just very, very strong. But yeah, definitely check out AIarena.net if you are an aspiring bot maker. You can get a lot of helpful resources as well in the Discord. They've got a really good community set up. A lot of places to ask questions and learn, how to make a bot. A lot of resources available. We actually just released on our forum, I believe you can get that as well. Build your own bot template, essentially, where you can kind of learn how to make your own bot and get something, just a basic build or something to compete and maybe get on that AI ladder. But we are hopping into game 2 here in just a second. So stay tuned, everybody. Here we go.
And Unusuals, MicroMachine. Tyr.
Were you able to read all that? I didn't catch it all. I saw like the end bit of it.
As far as like the chat messages?
Yeah, just their little banter there. Something about, he's got 0% win rate, ouch, and then, oh, okay, there it is. And greetings to you, MicroMachine. You can call me Tyr, though.
That's pretty cool.
It is. Yeah, just a little response. Yeah, we saw it was the first week, Ketroc versus AnyBot. They were just going back and forth just throughout the first half of the game, saying stuff to each other. It was really funny. Oh, but here we go. Tyr is doing the little mineral wall. He's doing something with it. We saw this last week, and we saw it kind of fail miserably, unfortunately. One of our bots.
Is this going to be like a Tempest Rush or something, you think, though? Mining out the back minerals, talking about Tempests?
That would be a beautiful spot for Proxy Tempests.
Yeah, that would be a just really, below the base spot.
Because I don't think MicroMachine is going to take that, at least not anytime soon. We've already seen the second base coming down just north of the main. And no attempt to mine out the minerals just on Tyr's side. So, yeah, if MicroMachine doesn't go down that direction, that could be just the most beautiful spot for a Proxy Tempest or something. We'll have to see how this plays out. Tyr does react, though. We just saw last game, he went straight into that Robo to deal with the Marauders, which just worked out perfectly. So we'll just kind of have to see what MicroMachine does, I guess. Choices. I'd love to see Proxy Tempest. We actually haven't seen Tempest in quite a little while. They were very dominant last season and did very well, obviously, because of their range and just how powerful they are. The bots don't always know how to deal with them very well. Have you seen the bots try to dive on stuff? it doesn't always work out.
Yeah, it doesn't work out. They get a little confused, don't they?
A little bit. Some actually do a very good job of kiting. I believe Ketroc's bot is really good with the Viking kiting. A few bots are really good with just kind of keeping their stuff out of range until the right time. But yeah, for a lot of bots, I do think that's one of the harder struggles for sure, is when to dive on something, when to hold back. A lot of little things that, as a human, you just get used to it and don't think about, like high ground. You're probably used to that if you've played a little bit of StarCraft. Bots, they really struggle with that for sometimes a very long time.
So I'm seeing something interesting here. A planetary fortress for MicroMachine. What's that about?
Oh, I think I saw him talking about this in the Discord, actually. So yeah, Ketroc so far has kind of been the only bot to do it, but I guess they just implemented this, I believe. The planetary fortress of the natural, just for defense, I would imagine. It's got, improved planetary fortress repair logic. So maybe he's hoping that Tyr's early army or kind of first army will try to dive on that natural and kill it off, whereas he's just able to sit there and repair it and tank it and then kill off, the first army, essentially.
Yeah, PFs can kind of be a catch-all, so it makes sense.
In the
early
this is
game,
brand
if
new.
you have a PF, not much is getting through that.
Oh, yeah, no, it's definitely got to get a nice force together to bust through that. But yeah, this is in version 1.11.1. Down at the bottom here, I didn't scroll down far enough. The new fast PF build. And there's Archon mode. What? Not useful for ProBots. Well, then why would you even tell me? I guess you can play Archon mode with this bot against other bots, then.
Oh,
is that what that means?
That's interesting.
Because that's cool.
Combining two bots? How would that work?
Well, you play with the bot, I think.
Oh, okay.
Just against probably just one other bot or something, I would imagine. Yeah, you just play with the bot on your side against another bot. So that's kind of cool. So you could really focus. You could use that almost as like a trainer. Focus on your macro, on your, whatever you're trying to focus on. Let MicroMachine fight your battles for you. He's probably the best in the biz. Oh, he's not ready. He's not ready.
Not ready.
God, he actually kind of doesn't seem ready for this. The Cyclone pops out just in time to get a lock-on and to kill, and the Marauders are going to do their best to kite, and actually they're getting a really good engagement. Tyr might have over-defended here.
Yeah, Tyr kind of just surprised MicroMachine by completely bypassing that planetary fortress.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you've got it if it's not helping your main, because that's where the Stalkers are. Oh, that's rough. Oh, the Marauders are going to go down. Yeah, these Blink Stalkers, we've seen them so strong early game. Even against Marauders, they're just tearing through it right now. And MicroMachine.
Yeah, this isn't looking good.
Might be going down to the lower bracket here. Man, and Immortals. Look at that positioning on the Warp Prism, too. It doesn't have to move, but he can ferry units up from the other side of the minerals. Just load them up and drop them off into main. That is awesome. This is a really solid build out of Tyr. Wait, what's invisible? Oh, the
I guess. Yeah, there's definitely bigger things for MicroMachine to worry about than an observer.
Yes, much bigger things. Well, not if he had Cloak Out. If he had Cloak Out, that would actually probably be his main focus. Would be to snipe that observer or something. Which he does have a turret out, but the observer is so close. Yeah, it should be fine. Well. Now the final boss is just that planetary fortress, I guess. We'll see how good MicroMachine's planetary fortress repair really is here in just a moment.
Yeah, Orbital's gone. Main base is gone. So let's see it. Let's see Tyr try and crack this PF.
I think with a couple Immortals, he should be all right. It's going to really be... Oh. He's waiting for the right moment. It's building suspense here. Yeah, this was really nice use of the map. A really smart build here. You can tell, very kind of custom tailored, and it fits so nice. Okay, so Tyr is terrified of planetary fortresses. Now we know. Oh, there we go. Okay, something happened.
Those SCVs are just running all over the place. I'm seeing a lot of APM from MicroMachine just running them SCVs.
They know they should repair, but they're too afraid with good reason. And that is going to do it. MicroMachine's continuing to expand to the north. But yeah, this is just the beginning of the end here, folks. Oh, what a match. Tyr is just so strong. Thanos snaps his fingers and MicroMachine becomes the 50% in the lower bracket. Or one of the 50%.
Now Tyr's looking all over the place, trying to find the last holdout of MicroMachine. Yeah. And it's gone.
Yeah, a lot of these top bots are really good at just scouting all around the map and finding hidden things.
Yeah, definitely didn't wait long.
No, they're all, once they can't find something, they're like, all right, there's something somewhere. I know it, or I'd be winning this game already. And they go searching for it. But what a nice little series there. It was a little quick. MicroMachine kind of got his gears handed to him a little bit.
Yeah, well done by Tyr.
So you're gonna go play against MicroMachine now? Now do the Archon mode, maybe train up a little bit? Maybe. You play Zerg, right?
No, I'm a Terran boy.
I'm sorry for offending you like that. My apologies. I play Protoss, so I would consider it a great offense if somebody called me a Zerg. All right, well, that was, again, our first series here. We are going to... Oh, yes. So you are familiar with AlphaStar. You've done some AlphaStar casting just while we get our next game set up here. What was your favorite thing about AlphaStar?
Oh, probably just its constant macro. Like, nothing throws it off. And so it's very clearly an AI what AlphaStar does, but it gets away with doing a lot of dumb stuff, even just because it macros so well. And then it just has a boatload of stuff.
Would you like to see it come back? Because they stopped working on it, right?
Yeah, they haven't released anything new for quite a while. Yeah, so I'm just... But I got a lot of AlphaStar to cast still. I'm on a mission to cast every single AlphaStar game.
Ooh, a little AlphaStar Odyssey there. I like it.
Yeah.
And people can watch that on your YouTube, your Twitch, your...
Yeah, on my YouTube, I put up an AlphaStar video every other day.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm going to have to go watch some of those. I didn't realize you had so much content on that. That's awesome. All right, well, we are getting our next best of 3 loaded up here, and we'll be hopping in just a moment. We've got... Oh, who do we have coming up next? It is Ketroc versus Spiny, little Terran versus Zerg for our next match. Here we go.
I'm ready for this one.
Ketroc. Raspers. Spiny.
All right, we are on Zen to start things off here. Now, I think a lot of people are excited for this match. This is going to be interesting. Spiny is very strong, but Ketroc is so good at turtling and staying alive forever.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what how Ketroc bot's going to do.
Yeah, he's again playing around with the planetary fortresses this season, so we are going to see a little bit more of that, hopefully to use to a little bit better avail than it was against Tyr there. Yeah, Tyr just bypassed the hell out of that completely, but now Ketroc's natural should be a planet. I believe all his bases are planetaries, aside from his main. Or no, maybe even his main plant does planetary, actually. I can't remember. Yeah, we'll have to see.
I just think it's honestly awesome that Ketroc is a guy with such a distinct play style, and then he goes and makes a bot that's just like a mini Ketroc.
Ketroc Jr. Well, there's a reason it's named Ketroc, I suppose. Okay, this drone's gonna block. Now I'm. Okay, I guess he was just scouting. I was like, is this drone gonna make a hatchery or something? Well, hold on, it's at 2. Okay, no, it's
might do. It's.
I think it's just waiting to block and waiting to see the natural expansion timing. But Ketroc actually pulled back up to the high ground and started building an engineering bay in the wall here. Interesting. Okay, and upgrades. We did get upgrades. I forgot about that. Yeah, so both these bots got upgraded. A lot of upgrades this week. It's always nice to see you guys working hard on your bots behind the scenes and making them better every single week here. So there's now smart targeting with the planetary fortresses and tanks. and better than nothing fungal dodging. He was actually talking about this a little bit last week. He's been working on fungal dodging with his Vikings.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and we could see that. This Spiny, I'm pretty sure, has gone up to Infestors before. So we could absolutely see some fungal battles here. That would be so nice to get into a late game scenario between these two.
Yeah, that's really cool to think about. Just that, like, focusing on something better than nothing as far as dodging fungals. Because if you're turtling up, fungals are one of the things that you really have to worry about.
Oh, yeah. Well, and yeah, if you just sit there and take it, you're going to die usually. But if at least you try, you're going to maybe save a few units or helps out a bit. Now, Ketroc's actually our only Java bot, I believe, in our tournament right now as well, which is... oh, that's right. Kagamine is also Java. I lied. But not very many bots. Most of them are in Python. Spiny does Python as well. And that's what I'm going to end up programming mine in, is Python. It just seems to be a lot easier. There's a lot more resources available. That's what Ketroc was saying last week, was there just wasn't a lot of stuff available for Java. So we had to rely on somebody else's bot. What is this? Oh, man, the Zergling is causing havoc right now. He delayed the base. He's going to delay it again.
That's really good.
That is really good.
That's super smart from Spiny. First it was just one drone delaying the natural, and then it's just one Zergling.
Well, and as you can see, no reaction out of Ketroc, so there's not really anything programmed in.
Wow.
To be like, oh, yeah, okay, someone's harassing and stopping this. I need to send he's got two Marauders just standing on the high ground watching right now.
They just aren't caring at all. Ketroc's bot keeps trying to throw up an expansion, but it's not getting that up. There we go. Tank now at the natural.
Okay, that'll help. Yeah, the two Marauders just stand up there. Man, sucks to be an SCV, huh? Watching Zerglings just tear through them.
That ain't my job.
Ain't my job.
I'm a Marauder. I kill roaches.
Yeah, they were waiting for the tank. That is a really good tank spot, though, and yeah, it's gonna keep away these stray Zerglings here. But man, it's still denying this third for quite some time. This is really gonna potentially set Ketroc behind on what he's trying to do here.
Yeah, just like a little delay like that, like, has gone on for so long. Just about 5 minutes into the game now, and those bases are just being built now.
Oh yeah, and we did have some changes as well for Spiny. So today's Spiny, yeah, a lot of these bots got some nice updates here. So Mutalisks are now added to adaptive mode. Still needs a little work. So Mutalisks use influence maps and pathfinding via StarCraft II Path Live. So that must be one of the resources available for some of these bots. Again, there's just a bunch of nice little things you can work into your bot that people have already done the hard work for, which is very nice for new bot makers, for people trying to get into the scene. Somebody who doesn't, like me, who doesn't have a lot of coding experience.
Yeah, it's cool how there's such a community for doing these bots. There is something that I want to point out. Added drone scout harass against Terran is one of the things that Spiny added in his bot.
Oh, and it works so good. Yeah, they're calling it
worth it.
Little anti-Ketroc strat there, essentially. But let's see what else we got. Baneling production increased. If there's a planetary, so yeah, it seems like this was kind of tailored to really mess with Ketroc here. So, because obviously we're going to see a planetary, so there's going to be extra Baneling stocks. And we see that Baneling nest just starting, actually. Oh, this is going to get explosive. I love it. Only the nearby drone. Okay, a little extractor updates and new proxy hatch. New proxy hatch build if Spiny loses. Okay, so as we go through the series here, we're going to even see some more bigger changes potentially, depending on the outcome of game one. So many changes. I don't know how these guys do it. Their brains are so much bigger than mine. Within a week to be able to do all this stuff, I could maybe do like one of those things in a week. Ooh, goodbye, Overlord.
Yeah, that's really cool how these guys are constantly updating their bots. I guess it really depends on how you structure your bot too, like initially, from what I'm seeing, because like for someone like Ketroc to completely change how their bot's gonna play, depending on the matchup, that would probably be pretty hard, but Spiny, with the little adjustment, is doing pretty well.
Well, and there's such simple things. Yeah, it's so simple, but it's so effective. One Zergling just puts a whole wrench in the gears there, as it were. Got to use bot puns whenever you can here on ProBots. I love the tank placements, though. Just kind of like right outside the gas, kind of on each side of the base there where the gases are. Kind of helps block the mineral line a little bit, so creates little chokes against the Zerglings and that kind of thing. Might absorb some Banelings here. Yeah, we should start seeing some Banelings more.
Oh, there we go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. How many what's your guess? How many Banelings are we going to see? No, it's extra. Don't forget, it's extra.
I hope it just never stops building Banelings.
200 supply of Baneling.
Yeah, just more and more.
We never have enough. Oh man, I love that. I've been playing through the campaign again recently, and one of the upgrades you can get for the Baneling is when it dies, it then splits into 2 little Banelings.
Oh yeah.
It's the dirtiest thing against Terran. Oh.
There's that in co-op too. But there was a bug at one time which you could basically make like unlimited Banelings because they just keep splitting.
Oh jeez. Oh, the little ones would then split?
Yeah, with Zagara.
That is a true Zerg swarm there. Just always doubles. Oh man. Good stuff. All right, here we go. Some Mutalisk harass doing good so far. And yeah, we can really see how the bot can just micro on every front. Each bot or each Mutalisk is essentially microed individually there. You can see all the little clicks for each one.
Yeah, I'm seeing Ketroc's Viking kiting back too.
Yeah, it's doing a great job. It's interesting. The Mutas don't care at all about the Banshee. The Banshee was right up on them, but they choose to instead just keep flying back instead of taking a shot. Oh, that is a juicy clump of Mutas.
Oh, it is.
Oh, where are the Widow Mines when you need them?
That's a lot of Starport. Yeah. Holy cow!
I was just gonna say that. So what do we got? 6 there? Woo! So is this battle cruisers? What are we going for? Maybe just mass Viking, I guess, to deal with the Mutas, maybe. Yeah, it is just 2 Vikings at a time. But Ketroc has been slowed down so much in regards to his economy. You can see that on the minimap. That Zergling is still in his 4th base location. He can't afford to produce from that many. He's got 8. Okay, now he kind of is. Okay, he's got 8 Vikings at once coming down. Now he's spent all his money. So.
That's a lot of Vikings. We take a look. In comes Spiny going for an attack up that narrow choke point, but crashing into the PF with those extra Banelings. The PF has almost gone down.
Oh, so close. I was gonna compliment his math skills there. I was like, that was the exact amount of Banelings he needed. I think had he kept going, he might have gotten it.
It was so close, that's for sure.
A couple left over there. Oh man, so close.
This is what I expected out of a Ketroc bot. Like, he may have had a slow start, but he's getting there. He's got his PFs, he's got his production up at this point, and he's just building up more and more, taking efficient trades so far.
Oh yeah, he's a survivor for sure. And this Air Force is actually starting to get really scary. And if you have air control like this as Terran, those Banshees, if we see any more of them, it's just the one currently. But we saw that in week 1. A really nice Banshee Viking combo, and it just does so much. Once you clear the skies, then the Banshees really have a pretty good time against most stuff on the ground there.
Yeah, now Ketroc, in his little change blurb there, he said he added splitting against fungals. Does that include splitting against parasitic bomb? Because I see Vipers on the way.
Ooh, maybe he didn't think about Vipers for this one. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. We'll find out, I guess. Find out. Oh, it's gonna be good. Oh yeah, and we do see more Banshees. Okay, 3 more Banshees on the way. So yeah, he's really gonna go for that Sky Toss play here. And if he can clear out the Mutas, he's gonna at least own the skies. But there's gonna be a lot on the ground. A lot of Zerglings, a lot of Banelings. Depending on how many Banshees he's got, it could take a while to clean that all up. Yeah, someone is saying in the chat there, the Mutas might look a little bit bugged potentially here. Yeah, they are not doing as much as I thought they would. They're kind of just getting picked off one by one now. Yeah, all the Mutas might go down here. He's producing 4 more at a time, but with just small numbers, it's not going to work out. Okay, he's got Fungals and Parasitic Bomb available. He's got both Vipers and
the PF is almost going down, but it's holding on.
To repair. It's good. Oh, it's not good enough. Okay. So close.
Spiny breaks it, however, with a meching bot. I guess if it's like a meching player, they're not dead till they're dead.
Ooh, it's getting closer to that stage, though, where Ketroc might be dead. Just look at the creep spread. Look at the map right now. Spiny is just in full control mode. Oh, and there's oh, nice. Okay, so he's using some blinding clouds on the tanks. The Vikings not. Where did the Vikings go? I haven't actually seen them in a minute. Where are the Vikings? Oh, I see one. The bottom right there. Yeah, mutilate. Okay, so they're still dealing with the mutas. Wait, did all the Vikings die to the mutas? Was I just...
I think they're hiding at the back.
Oh, there they are. Okay. Thought they all died for a second. So, okay, so do you think this air toss can hold out for much longer? Oh, there's the fungal. We saw the attempted split. But it gets them all. What a...
That's a lot of damage done on them. And here comes in a Viper, parasitic bomb. But the Viking does split out. Look at that.
Look at that. That is beautiful. Really nicely done. He even flies it towards the enemy army. You know, instead of just splitting it off, might as well try to fly it towards an enemy air unit because it will do damage against them, correct?
I don't believe parasitic bomb does damage to friendly units.
Oh, does it not? I thought it did.
Maybe need a fact check on that one. Oh, there's a fungal.
Oh, that is a good one. Man, these fungals are on point. Yeah, basically the way he was describing how it detects it is the Viking receiving damage? If so, you know, pull back and split kind of thing. Because you can't actually see the projectile, or the bot can't register the projectile until after it's hit.
Okay.
Or something like that. But yeah, no, the parasitic bomb micro is on point, and that is pretty much the main reason that these Vikings are still alive. But the fungals are slowly getting to them. Ketroc will pull back and repair. He does have that programmed into his bot.
Yeah, the Banshees are doing a lot of work to clean up these units. Parasitic Bomb just gets split off again. It's actually crazy how good the splitting off the Parasitic Bomb is, making just that spell pretty much useless.
Yeah, it's really well done here. Oh, it's close, but Spiny is really kind of getting that chokehold better and better. 98 workers. Army supply is a little bit lacking, but that's just because there's so many workers.
Oh, good fungal.
Yeah, these fungals have been absolutely killer right now.
Look at the supply, though. I mean, Spiny's just been rallying like a few units here and there into tanks and banelings non-stop. Kind of like something out of the campaign. But Ketroc's building up an army supply. He hasn't really been losing much in these trades.
That is a very good point. Yeah, look at the losses tab. 25,000, 27,000 minerals.
That's crazy. That's extreme efficiency.
Wow.
Like, look at this. Banelings just a couple at a time keep rolling on into the tanks, into the PF, but not actually getting anything done.
Yeah, this is kind of something I honestly didn't expect to see out of Spiny. Was just this slow trickle. You know, I guess he's going for really trying to harass continuously and keep doing damage with what he's got, but he just needs to fall back, group up a big army, and then take an engage, you know, get a couple fungals, dive the mutas in, because those Vikings are kind of thinned out.
This is not working out. There's a chance that he's just going to keep doing this until eventually he's out of money and out of army, and then Ketroc will just win the game.
That is a real possibility. Well, we're gonna just continue to see it. Yeah, like you said, it's like a campaign mission. Just hold the Zerg flood until you have enough to push out and kill them. I'm digging the campaign again. I haven't played it since like 2013. It's a lot of fun. I forgot how much fun it was. Oh man, these poor mutas. They're all gonna die. The Viper's starting to go down to missile turrets.
Oh Oof. Gosh, look at all these Banshees too. That's crazy how many Banshees that is.
Yeah, that's a good question. When will Ketroc's bot attack? It's just so big. I guess once Spiny runs out of money and stops sending mutas to harass, would be my guess. Yeah.
That's probably gonna be it. Ketroc's bot isn't expanding.
That's actually a good point too. Chat's making some really good points here. Because Ketroc could also run out of repair money on his few bases because Spiny has done such a good job at stopping Ketroc from expanding. Those fungals, once you can't repair, they're going to get you.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Ketroc, I think his Banshees and Ravens did actually free up one of those bases, though, in the bottom right. So there's a chance the bot may eventually expand down there. In goes Spiny for a big attack this time, still funneling through that choke. Oh god, this is not looking too good.
It's a little better. They finally grouped some stuff up. The Infester's trying to get some good fun. They do get a couple
good fungal,
good
yeah.
fungals, actually. They even
Really
get some
good
workers.
fungal.
Yeah. Okay. This is I really don't even. This is one of the weirder games. 29 worker supply, but 156 army versus 99 worker supply and around like 80 army at most times.
Oh, another good fungal.
That was really good.
But the resources lost are really getting out of control. 42,000 lost for Spiny compared to 9,000 for Ketroc.
There's a part of me really hoping that this kind of works, just this slow, non-stop trickle of aggression. A part of me really wants it to work, but it's just, it's so hard. If he can stop Ketroc from expanding, it will work eventually, I guess. Because there are still, how many bases has he got left? Like 3 or 4 that he can continue, 5 that he can continue mining from. So Spiny's gonna have money for a long time still.
Yeah, he will, and just keep throwing units at Ketroc.
That's one way to beat it, I guess.
Yeah, it's interesting because in StarCraft II, you got to be really precise when dealing with some armies, like have the proper counter, and to get that into a bot to deal with something like this has got to be pretty tough.
Well, I like this different approach to it then. You just keep drain them until they don't have any money left, and eventually you'll win. It's an interesting approach to the Turtle Terran. Will this be the new meta, maybe, for Zerg? Just have perfect macro and don't ever stop sending units at any moment in time. Except for actually, we have seen this finally kind of stop for a little bit here.
Well, look at that. Ketroc does get that base up. That's gonna give him. That's gonna completely change it for him.
Yeah, that is really, really huge because now he can afford to repair all those Vikings and Banshees, and yeah, as long as he can keep repairing, he's going to be able to keep fighting. Ooh, here we go, another attack. Spiny has grouped up a decent little force here. Not very many Baneling. I guess we're through the extra Baneling phase.
Oh my. Fungal's going down, but the Banshees are being split up pretty well, and the choke point is just killing everything. Can we perchance see how many kills those tanks in the PF has?
Oh man, that would be, yeah.
Is that doable?
Oh, it's doable. It'll take a couple seconds. Our observer is always a few seconds behind because of delay.
100!
Woo, baby. What's the other one at? 142 for the PF. 36 on the Thor. 132. Man, those are some general siege tanks there.
Though that is crazy.
This is pretty intense.
Oh,
kudos to Ketroc
Zerg
for holding that for so long. But yeah, Spiny still has I was gonna say had a 1,000 minerals, but now it's actually spent that all on Zerglings. As we see just more and more attacks coming in here. The Banshee's doing a good job at cleaning this up. The SCVs have been putting in overtime repairing that planetary. I wish we could see how many resources have been spent repairing that planetary. That would be a cool
they don't
stat
show
to
up
see.
on resources lost, do they?
No. Yeah, because it's not really lost. Yeah, I guess what would that show up on? Nothing, I guess. Interesting. All right, well, this will continue for now. Creep spread still looking good. Ketroc just hasn't had really a chance to push this back. Spiny is starting to take the bases on Ketroc's side of things. Actually, not getting the 2 corner bases just yet. But yeah, there you see that base. Here on the left side, and then even took the fourth base. Here we go, right there. All right. Hey, you're running out of money. Got to go somewhere.
Yeah, Spinybot's got to keep its economy going. Spinybot is still getting new tech, at least. I mean, it's getting +2 flyer carapace. Not that is really significant, but I wonder if the bot will eventually research anything else. At what rate what makes it decide to go for the +2? Is it just like a continuous thing of just keep getting the upgrades that it can?
I guess, because yeah, it's already on 3-3 for the others, but we don't see any mutas in the production cap. So yeah, it is just a wasted upgrade if no more mutas are coming. But here we go. One more flood. It's starting to actually do some work.
The PF's actually getting dangerously low there, but it doesn't fall again.
Need to check your math, Spiny. You need a few extra banelings.
That's actually that'll be in next week's changelog for the bot.
Even more extra banelings. Ooh, what a game! I don't think I've seen a game where this many resources have been lost in a long time. That's 64,000.
Oh.
That's a lot of money. No. Can you guys hear me? Is my mic changing? Nope, sounds fine. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know where this is gonna go from here. Spiny is finally. I love that Spiny's finally kind of stopped to group up and get the army together before going. But
all right, Spinybot's gonna go in once more. Anti-armor missile gets used. The Banshee's shooting all the lings as they funnel through. Blinding Cloud gets tossed down. Here comes in the Banelings. They're gonna hit the PF.
Oh,
the PF dies.
They finally get it. He was like, fine, you want some math? Did some quick calculations and got the exact amount of Banelings.
Maybe maybe Spinybot just adds on like one more Baneling after each failed attack.
There we go. We actually saw a little bit of the fungal dodge in there. A few of the units did actually escape that fungal.
Okay.
Oh no! I remembered how he identifies the fungal coming. So he basically watches the infester's energy, I think.
Oh, that's a clever way to do it.
So you wait to see, when there's a drop in energy, something must have just been cast. Because again, you can't identify the projectile per se. That's right. That sounds more right.
So here's a question I have about the bots. Like, for the bots, they see things like they can spot things like cloaked observers, right?
Yes, so they can obviously can't attack it unless you have detection, but they can identify that there is a cloaked unit there based on just the blur, and they can even see, as long as it's moving, a burrowed unit. Because when a burrowed unit doesn't move, you just don't see anything. So basically, as long as you can see the infestor trail, that kind of thing, as long as there's a visual indicator, the bot knows it's there.
Okay, so that's interesting how they can spot like the observer or whatever, even though it's cloaked, but the infestor projectile isn't something that...
Well, because the projectile isn't a unit.
Okay.
As far as I know, or something like that. Yeah, I don't know the exact science behind it, but yeah, it's basically a different thing than a unit would be.
Spinybot's actually attacked successfully a little bit, taking out those 2 PFs.
Okay, so Ketroc, to his final base here. He's gonna. This is the final stand of Terran. If he can survive long enough for Spiny to run out of money, which again, that's still a little ways out. There's still like 2 untouched bases for Spiny to go for here, and he's just done such a good job. Ketroc refuses to go push until he's cleaned up everything near his base. So this non-stop aggression has just worked out perfectly so far, I'd say. Until he loses, it's worked out perfectly.
Infestors keep tossing out fungals. It is starting to take its toll on Ketroc.
Yep.
Eating through his bank.
Well, he's only got so many workers left to repair, too. He's really taking some heavy worker losses, down to 27 right now. Against the 93 of Spiny. Ooh. I am starting to believe. I'm thinking Spiny's just gonna starve Ketroc out and then eventually break him.
I think you may be right. Ketroc, I find it hilarious that the bot did rebuild that natural base PF though.
Yeah, oh yeah, only planetaries. That's all we're gonna see out of Ketroc. Alright. Well, the next big attack should be coming in here momentarily out of Spiny. This is going to be a little bit longer, at least 10 more minutes, I'd say.
SpinyBot keeps trying to take that expansion in front of Ketroc's base.
My base.
It would probably be better taking the top left or the bottom right, however.
Okay, there's only one mineral patch here, so there's not as many SCVs to repair. So that planetary is going to fall a lot quicker.
And some really good fungals went down on Ketroc's army that time.
Yeah, those fungals are just going to eventually wear him out. You can just see the damage continuously on those Vikings. Like, they'll go and repair, but they're in orange more than they're in green, I'd say. All right. I mean, God, at least this has been non-stop action. I'm out of things to say. They're just non-stop butting heads against each other, and Ketroc has just done the best job at surviving I think I've ever seen a Terran do in all of history. And here we go, finally, some action on the third side of things. Oh boy. Gets a couple drones, gets the spore, gets the extractor, and then is going to fall back.
That's enough attacking for now, says Ketroc bot.
Just a little bit, just testing the waters. Okay, he had to get that Overlord, that's why. Oh, no, just wants the extractor. It's the one.
Yeah, the Banshees aren't in position to help defend this attack, but they're pretty speedy, so they do get there, but this PF's almost fallen. It's so close, and it does go down.
Got it. Oh, man, that was close. I love that choke out of Ketroc that he made, though, with the two turrets right up against the planetary. You can see all the lings just kind of funneled into about a quarter of the surface damage that they would have normally been getting.
Yeah, that's really, really good. Ketroc's, like, trading incredibly efficiently. However, with losing that base, he's not going to have any money to repair anymore.
Imagine playing this game on the ladder and see, you know, this guy lost 93,000 in resources. How did I lose, you know? How do you lose that? Oh, this is incredible. This is definitely one of the more interesting games this season, I'd say. All right, so Ketroc needs to get another base, but... So this is it. Yeah, Ketroc can no longer repair. There's no more income. So a couple juicy fungals, and this is all over.
Yeah. Spiny has been having a hard time building up in supply again. Hovering around that 160 mark, so is Ketroc. But Spiny does still have the income.
Are there even infestors out? Can we see the unit tab? I don't know that there's any more infestors out.
They've been doing well, so hopefully the bot didn't decide to stop making them.
Okay, there's 6. Oh, okay, his whole army's just hanging out up here. Okay. So it's interesting that he's now chosen to just hang tight and wait for it. He's like, all right, fine, you're gonna turtle? You come to me, Ketroc. Okay. So yeah, I'd love to see these couple fungals here momentarily. All right, Ketroc gonna start working on a base. Again, nope, just gonna get the extractor in the lead. Nope. Oh. He's nervous. He is scared of those fungals. He knows that will be his undoing.
Yeah, the base actually gets killed off, though.
Okay, that's good. But there is still income, though. Spiny is still macroing. Spiny's still doing good. Really wants this base more than anything in the world. All right, well, I would imagine Spiny's going to attack eventually. Is that the army moving around? I believe it is. Here we go.
Okay, is this going to be it? This could be the game-deciding fight.
Here we go. Infestors are coming in for their money fungals. Again, still zero income for Ketroc.
Spiny's income's really fallen too, though, with the AI not taking the bottom right and top left base.
Yeah,
it's
that
actually
is
effectively not mining.
How it's really prioritizing Ketroc's like third as opposed to one of those two. No, I think. Wait, does he have the top
fungals?
Oh, he just needs like 2 more.
A lot of Banshees dying.
Okay, now I'm curious. So they all go back to repair. There's no money to repair. So I think they're just gonna sit there and wait now.
You think they'll just wait indefinitely?
Yeah. They're just sitting there waiting for the repair. Yeah.
Huh.
Why go out if you're about to die? So yeah, that effectively nullifies Ketroc's army at this point. There's 3 Banshees left that are active. We're about to run out of Cloak very shortly. As it runs out, it pulls back. Okay.
Spiny's almost out of money too, though. Like, he's barely mining anything, and with losing that base, he's still not going to be mining anything.
Oh yeah, please don't lose the base. Oh, it's in my... Oh, the Queens!
The base staying alive. That's actually going to be huge if it stays alive.
Oh, the Cloak. So the Banshee really didn't want to be there without Cloak, but had it stayed, it absolutely could have picked off that base. Oh, looks like this planetary is going to burn down. Is 28 army supply enough to finish off the Terran? Let's maybe fast forward a little bit here, because there's 1 Banshee attacking. It's going to take that a long time to kill things. 1 lone Banshee is going to win. Potentially. It's possible.
We wait. Spiny is gonna build up in supply, albeit slowly.
Oh, Ketroc got 5 minerals. I saw it. You repaired a little bit.
Then that could take a while if he's like long distance mule mining.
5 minerals at a time. Don't worry, we'll repair you eventually. Okay, yeah, there he's doing a little long distance mining, so he's getting a little bit for some repair. So maybe a couple units will pop back out and join the fray here. But as it is, Spiny is holding on to that base, that very important base right now. It's kind of his only income at the moment.
Yeah, he's got 70 drones on it.
Wow.
Which is interesting, because there is, and now it looks like on the minimap he is long distance mining to the top left. What's up in the top left?
Yeah, I'm curious. It looks like there's a base on the minimap there.
Yeah, I don't think it's a base though. I think it's something else. Yeah, it's just a bunch of lings. And is there a creep tumor like blocking the bottom right base or something?
No, it looks like it's out of range. Oh, there we go. Okay. He actually just took the bottom right base. Look at that.
Okay, so if Ketroc's just sitting back at home, Spiny may eventually build up an economy and get up an army that can win this game.
Yeah, again, all we need are just a couple of fungals. Oh, that Spore Crawler doing a pretty good job at zoning the Banshees out, but they are still able to take a couple little shots. Oh yeah, with this mining base,
40 drones.
This is huge. Yeah,
it'll take a while for those Banshees to kill that many drones. I like that approach.
Have a few extra. It doesn't matter how many they harass and kill. Oh yeah, this base is huge. This income is really, really important here. Do we still have infestors out? I think there's a couple.
Hey, and the top left goes up.
Ooh, there it is.
Yeah, Spiny is really gonna surge up in economy now.
SCV's starting to fight. Yeah, might as well. Taking on Queens. Yeah, do we have a 45-minute timeout? Is that a thing this season? No.
Okay.
So, nope, don't worry about that, everybody. No 45-minute timeout here. This is to the death. We make these bots fight until they can fight no more.
Spiny's maxed. There's going to be a fight.
There we go. And this is going to be it. Yeah, even if he parasitic bombs everything individually, he's going to be able to kill it all. Because, yeah, there's just no repairs.
Yeah, are all of Ketroc's units just clumped up in that corner still? Yeah. Yep. Oh, one fungal, please.
Oh, can we go slow motion for this fungal? Can we get a nice... Oh, it's so many units.
Let's see a fungal.
Oh, this is going to be dirty. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Oh, parasitic bomb and a fungal. Now, that's how you end it. That right there.
Woo!
Oh, my. There we go.
That'll do it. And Spiny has broken Ketroc to take game number 1. That was game number 1 of this best of 3, a 45 minute game.
This is what I expected when I saw that there was Ketroc bot.
Yeah, we're gonna need a break after this series. Goodness gracious, what a game! Ketroc is just a fighter.
All right.
But in the end, the swarm did its job and was able to flood and take over the Terran base. Wow.
Oh.
I'm sure we've got some replays for that game. There was some crazy stuff. Yeah, what a beautiful ending. I'm sure that's going to end up on our clip on our demo roll somewhere. Whew. Love the fungal Viper combo. It's pretty nice. Works well against the air toss. All right, so we've got another game coming up here. Game number 2 will be soon, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to recover from that one just for a moment here. While we do that, again, be sure to check out our forum and all that. Here we go. We do have some nice replays. This is from Tier MicroMachine. From our, it's all right. No, we can look at this. Take a look at our first 2 series before we go into a break here. Obviously, we do have one more game or 2 more games before we go to a break, but it's all right. Little. Here we go. Now we've got Ketroc Spiny. But yeah, man, that planetary. What did it have? 142 kills or something by the end. That was huge. These planetaries are definitely holding their own.
Yeah, Ketroc's definitely got the efficiency down. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's got the survivability. If he could just get a little bit more aggressive and slow down Spiny, then he'd be able to push a lot more effectively.
Yeah, if he changes how he doesn't even need to get like aggressive and attack, but if he changes how his bot works a little bit, and then say it's just a little bit more aggressive with trying to get up like a base, like an extra base, how it got sort of caught on 3 bases there, then maybe it would have just had way more money to keep things going.
There it goes.
And then eventually it would have actually won out in the end. Who knows? Who knows how much later?
Yeah, right. Well, so many Banshees too. The planetary is really doing a brunt of the work. I think you could maybe send out like a hit squad of Banshees. Would be really cool to see. Just like 5 or 10 Banshees go and try to snipe a base or just worker lines or something like that. I love Banshee harass. It's so powerful. Did he get? I'm assuming he got hyperflight rotors. I actually was not watching.
Yeah, he had that.
Okay. Yeah, when they get fast like that, they're so good at just sniping things. You can go in and snipe some tech, maybe find the spire. If he could have gotten the infestation pit or something, that would have been huge. Go snipe specifically go to try to snipe the infestation pit with Banshees. That would just shut down a lot of what was kind of beating him. Those infestors. All right, let's do it. Game 2.
All right, let's see. Are we gonna have?
Ketroc. Raspers. Spiny.
Spiny would be a fun bot to play against. I'm not sure if Spiny is downloadable in our little bot playing program, but just that continuous non-stop flood, that would be so good for multitasking training or macroing while you're holding non-stop aggression. I feel like this would be a really, really good training bot.
It's like a campaign mission bot.
Yeah.
You just got to hold out against the horde.
And it does it in way for a little bit. We just saw the non-stop trickle, things were just dying, but then it would start to group up and then do bigger attacks and that kind of thing. So yeah, a lot of potential here for a training bot, potentially a good Archon bot to play with.
Yeah, I wonder if oh, that's cool, by the way. Spiny Spot taking the gold.
Oh yeah, on this map, gotta.
But I wonder if like the reason why the bot kept like flooding just like a trickle of units is I wonder if it thought that it was like close to killing Ketroc.
Oh,
so, like,
maybe.
Sort of after like an all in, you keep flooding like whatever you can.
Mm-hmm. I could see it, especially as it really started to damage the planetary and it's getting low. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna keep sending stuff. But then it gets repaired and he's still in that send stuff mode. Yeah, I could see something like that being the case potentially. I don't know. We've got a lot of our bot makers hanging out here. Very good to see you all. I'm sure they could provide maybe some insight on that. Ooh, another slowdown, man. This harass is so good. Again, this was one of the changes for this week. Is the drone and then Zergling harass, and it is just, it's really good.
This is so good.
Really puts the Zerg in a very advantageous position. Interesting spot for the depot there.
Yeah,
part of the wall.
As someone said in chat there, Vladimir says Ketroc usually expands a lot more, but got delayed. And so that this like move by Spiny is so good.
I wish I could play this well, where I could just slow down my opponents so much. God.
Yeah, just with one drone.
With just one drone, yeah, just one drone. He killed what, 2 SCVs? And that is always one of the best feelings, is when you're able to kill a building SCV or something. Oh, the early game. It's one of the best feelings in the world. All right, so we're going to probably see something very similar out of Spiny, just non-stop aggression. Zerglings into those extra banelings, a little extra banelings on top. I like this map a little bit more for this. I think it's a little bit closer of a distance from Spiny's gold base over to Ketroc's natural. So the flood might be a little bit more effective here. Ooh, and Ketroc's going to take a gold too.
Oh, I like
That's
it.
going to be very, very exposed and close to Spiny's base. For his sake, I kind of hope actually that Spiny blocks it and doesn't allow him to get this up, but it looks like it's going to go up.
Yeah, Ketroc's style is so gas heavy though that I don't think the gold's going to affect him too much.
Not if you can get a planetary up there, it could actually do a really good job at holding off just the nonstop little trickle, if that's what
true.
we see again.
Definitely.
So this could actually pay off very, very well. We'll see. Man, this Zergling's so nice. He's still building, but it is just wreaking havoc right now. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Ketroc saying his bots are very, and it is. This is his first season in ProBots here. So yeah, he doesn't have stuff like that coded in, just the worker harass or dealing with those little things that, you got to think of every little scenario sometimes when making these bots, especially against bots like Tyr who do probe rushes and stuff like that.
I haven't seen that one yet, but I would very much like to.
Oh, it was last season, towards the finals, actually, I think. It was, was that against MicroMachine, too? It might have been against MicroMachine. It did, Probe Rush, followed up by Zealots. And
that's nasty.
Oh, it was so strong. Yeah, he left just enough to make, like, 4 Zealots or something. And then, yeah, it just was very, very good. And then there were some funny recalls. Yeah, I'll have to go find that match. We'll have to put that on, like, a highlights video or YouTube video or something, because that was really entertaining. Oh, but here we go again. This time, actually, the SCV's not getting targeted down as well. We saw that red SCV is able to complete. I believe he completed. He actually went away just as it... And, that refinery burns down. Oh, interesting. Ketroc's usually so on point with the repairs. Okay, so yeah, the base does finish. It will morph into a planetary, and then these pesky lings will be dealt with.
We do see that burrow upgrade coming up for Spiny, so he'll probably, or I imagine the bot will probably stick lings at Ketroc's expansions, which also really helped him delay Ketroc's bot in the last game too.
Yeah, I think he's already got some Zerglings there, actually. Oh, there we go. Okay, the gold can now safely be saturated. We are going to see eventually some SCVs. Yeah, here we go. One's making his way over. Oh, that's to finish the refinery. Yeah, this is a great matchup. These two are really, really well paired against each other, I think. Interesting base progression here out of Spiny. So he gets the gold first, then gets like the 4th base location up, or the 3rd base, up there where we're looking right now. Then gets the 5th base location. Now he's getting his natural. Very, very interesting progression of base there.
Yeah, Spiny almost at that like 99 drone mark, which is stopped out in the last game, and we might just see that train start rolling again of Zerg aggression.
Yeah, it's coming. It's got to be coming soon here. Oh, Spire finishing up. This is later than last game for that Spire, right?
I'm not.
Or is it about the same time?
To be honest,
I feel like Spiny has way more bases before he got the Spire, or had less bases before he got the Spire.
Yeah, you're probably right. The mutas didn't do much in the last game though, so it's kind of.
Oh, that's maybe he does have the. Oh no, that was if he lost. There was a change in Spiny's code where if he lost, he did something. There's a new proxy hatch build. Oh, okay, so taking a little page out of Bly's book or something. So if we see Spiny lose this one, game 3 could be a proxy hatch decider. That would be fun. I'd love to see that. All right. Well, the tanks are set up. The planetaries are functional. Ketroc is in his spot to hold. Get ready for another 45-minute game, everybody.
There's not a lot of anti-muta right now for Ketroc.
Oh, are there no turrets out?
no turrets that I've seen yet. And he's making a couple of Liberators. So I guess it's going to depend on how the mutas are controlled from Spiny. There we go. So it's like a reactionary thing.
Yeah. He just now spots it. Turrets try to go up, but the mutas are already here. Oh, no.
That's not good.
I thought this planetary was so safe. I was like, oh, he got it up. He's going to be so good now. And the mutas have other plans.
Yeah, they're programmed to target down those turrets, too, right away, it looks like, which is very, very good.
Oh, yeah. Man, those turrets are desperately trying to come up. Actually, the Viking's going to pull the mutas away maybe long enough for a turret or two to get up. If he can get those turrets up, yeah, the mutas are essentially going to be shut down.
Oh, the mutas, though, they kill the Viking. They're going to kill the other one. This is going way better for Spiny than it did in the last game, and Ketroc's economy is just being butchered.
Oh, it's ravaged, and there's nothing to repair against this giant swarm coming in.
There we go.
Oh, this base is surely going to fall. And with it, so will Ketroc.
Yeah,
I think we've got...
getting rolled over this time. I don't know if it was the gold base difference that lets Spiny get mutas out quicker or what, but yeah. Ketroc's in a world of trouble.
I think we've got our first semifinalist here. Ketroc down to 1 planetary fortress and 15 workers. He is going to hold for now, but the mutas still have free reign in the main. The SCVs go back to mine and will die in the main. And yeah, I think we've got our first semifinals lined up here. We'll be going up against Spiny. That will be in a few weeks' time. We do have some more lower bracket to do before that. As we can see here, we are deciding who's moving down to fight our lower bracket contestants. So far,
yes.
Ketroc is joining that ranks with MicroMachine tonight. What a game,
Spiny, though. Attack this series, and that's what won it for him.
Oh, the timing of the mutas was so perfect on this, and the way he revealed it too. He waited to attack until he had 5, 6, 7 mutas or something like that. And by the time Ketroc was like, "Oh crap, mutas!" couldn't get the turrets up, had like 2 Vikings out maybe.
There we have
done. GG. Spiny is moving on to our semifinals. Ooh, what an awesome series there, and some awesome play out of Ketroc. But it's not quite enough. And we saw he was talking last week. He was pretty nervous going up. Not nervous, but he was not anticipating a win per se against Spiny. And I can see why. Spiny is on fire right now. That was just some perfect play.
Yeah, well, SpinyBot seems to be pretty well rounded from what I saw initially. Ketroc's bot. I mean, if this is his first time in the ProBots, it's looking pretty good. Once he gets like things like that worker harass taken care of, he'll be. I think his bot will come back even stronger.
Well, and you have to think about too. All 16 bots in ProBots here had to compete in season 1. Actually, the first season recently of AI Arena's Ladder, and there were 50+ bots competing in that. So it was no easy competition to get into this top 16, for sure. No, my Discord stream is working. Everything should be good. All right, so we are going to do, I believe, a quick little break here before our next 2 best of 3. So we do have more games coming up. Definitely stick around for those. We do have some quick clips here before we do that. Yeah, we saw game 1. Yeah, game 1 was 45 minutes. I was kind of expecting the same out of game 2. Excuse me. But wow, what a change up out of Spiny. Able to... Really? Because, in this game, when was his first attack this game? I can't even remember.
A long time ago.
Yeah, this was such a long game. But, anyway, game 2, definitely a lot quicker. All in all, very...
Fungal.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, we got to watch this again. Oh, beautiful stuff. But, game 2, a lot quicker, a lot more surgical. It just seemed a lot more precise. And maybe it was just the map. Maybe it was... nothing really different Spiny did, because it was a very similar build, similar opening, but it just crushed through Ketroc so quickly, like a knife through butter. Good stuff. All right, so that was it for replays. We are going to go to a quick break, everybody. Again, check out our forum, check out our Crown Club membership, everything in the descriptions below. Be sure to hit the like button as well, get us some visibility. We are new-ish to YouTube streaming. We are now consistently here, so definitely help get us a little bit of visibility by hitting that like button. And that way you get notifications as to when we go live every single week here on ESChamp for ProBots. All right, we're going to do a quick little break, and then again, we've got two more best of threes coming up. Jensiiibot versus TheHarvester, MadAI versus Strelok to finish off and see who will be moving on to our semifinals next in the next few weeks. So stay tuned, everybody. We will be back here on Season 2 of ProBots on ESChamp. All right, I guess I'll say everything again. Hello, can you hear me, everybody? Yes, we can hear Andy now. Okay, all I was saying, there's no audio still? Nothing? Okay, should be good. Should be good now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on ESChamp, Day 4 of Season 2 here in 2020. I've got a couple more best of threes tonight. We will decide who's moving on to the semifinals, who's moving down into the lower bracket. Again, make sure you check out our Crown Club membership. We just did a shout out there for Raf RR again, I believe. It works. Hi, Andy. Okay, cool. We're good. But yeah, definitely check out all the descriptions below. It's been an awesome tournament so far. We've seen some really cool games, some really unique stuff. And maybe even see these bots change the meta of how humans play a little bit. That's kind of the idea from Alpha Star, right? It was kind of to see what it could do, maybe come up with some new builds or some new strategies, something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's the same with watching players. You can always pick up on new things from watching players or streamers or pros. Same thing goes for watching AI. There may be some, maybe you'll find a strategy that just works for you.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, again, we do have two more best of threes tonight before we wrap things up. Let's go ahead and take a look at our bracket for the evening here. Again, before we hop in there, we've got Jensiiibot versus TheHarvester will be our first match here after the break. And then MadAI versus Strelok to finish things off. So it's going to be some very good matches here. Jensiiibot, a very strong Terran, received some updates, as well as TheHarvester. One of our newer bots. I believe Harvester's first season was last season. And Jensiiibot is actually one of TheHarvester's rivals. So this should be an interesting little match coming up between these two. What do we got for changes here? Yep, we got some changes. Sorry, 1 second. My computer is being very slow while we get this next game loaded up. Oh, it says soon, so hopefully soon we'll be hopping into it. It should be very momentarily here. But yeah, both these bots are created in Python. And again, changes to TheHarvester. There's a new build order versus Terran. So I'm assuming we're going to see that tonight. Again, these bots are able to be updated week from week. So you are going to see, some very specific changes to kind of contour it to their opponent to hopefully give them the best chance at winning.
Yeah, I'm seeing the tweaks for these bots, and they both look all very specific.
Yeah,
as far as playing versus their opponent.
Are we ready? Are we going in? Okay, I couldn't hear you. Let's do it.
Jensiiibot. Dr. Infy's TheHarvester.
All right. Little TVP. Switch it back up a little bit again. Oh, what do we got here? Special thanks to Elad Yaniv01 for creating the map Analyze used by Jensiiibot. Analyzer. Oh, Analyzer. I didn't see the R for a second. Oh, very cool. So yeah, these bots can really take advantage of these maps. So Jensiiibot must have a nice little tool here to maybe abuse some terrain, maybe do some cheeky proxies or something.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, you said earlier that there's lots of tools in the community and stuff that people use to tweak their bots and get them going. So yeah, that's cool to see.
Ooh, okay. So we are gonna see Widow Mines. So their Widow Mines have been added in these updates for TVP early game. So definitely gonna see maybe an early factory, maybe some medevac mine drops. Always very good against Protoss, I think. Little tweaked map awareness, so Jensiiibot can try to get positional advantages with its army. Okay, so yeah, it's really gonna try to use the terrain to its advantage here. So some map awareness tweaks there, tweak defensive positioning. So yeah, just some little changes here and there. Nothing too major outside of that the build that it might be doing here.
A Widow Mine drop would be something that would be really cool to see. I imagine, yeah, that it might be that the Harvester might not necessarily have programmed to split against Widow Mines.
Yeah, we'll see. I believe some of the bots can deal with it, deal with Widow Mines.
Okay, that'll be cool to see.
Yeah, just kind of do the sacrificial, probe or something. But yeah, there were some changes as well to the Harvester. You got a new build order as well, some Void Ray changes, some Phoenix micro changes. So we might be seeing some Sky Toss out of the Harvester this game, actually. And that could be good or bad against Widow Mines. You decide, I guess.
Yeah, you don't know till you see it.
Yeah.
Seems to be the trend with these with these bots, how they'll play out.
Oh, and okay, first Stalkers are out, so the Harvester's going to be able to do a really good job against these Reapers, because it even got some slight improvements to Stalker defense versus Reapers specifically. So hopefully, if all goes according to plan, Harvester's going to be able to keep these Reapers from sniping any probes or causing too much havoc, getting a scout, that kind of thing. It's always good. Got to keep those pesky Reapers out, right? Are you a Reaper guy? Because you're Terran, right?
Yeah. I'm the kind of guy who tries to micro his Reaper and then it dies. So I try not to focus on it too much.
I hope that did you see the Void Ray Blizzard change that they're thinking about?
Oh, I did. I don't know what to make of that, honestly. Faster Void Rays.
It keeps up with the Phoenix better. I think it's a good change, because Void Rays, as it is, they're still just not. They were overpowered when they were first made, and they're still just not that viable. They're okay in a couple very, very select situations, but in general, they're just going to get you killed half the time if you go for Voids. So I think giving them just a little speed boost is just going to help so much.
Yeah, they're already pretty quick, though, with the speed upgrade. I don't know.
That's true.
Maybe if they went like the armor route or something, or...
I would like that, honestly, over it. Just make them a little
brittle.
tankier. Yeah, they're just flying. They're paper cannon or whatever, essentially. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
As opposed to making them faster. The one concern I have about them being faster is if with the proxy Void Ray cheese, because they'll get away from Cyclone lock-ons a little bit quicker now.
Oh, I wonder if that's part of the consideration for it, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll just have to see how it plays out if the patch goes through. I think these tweaks were more of like a Blizzard, we'll see what people in the community really want, because I wouldn't say there's anything that's really super problematic right now in the meta.
Yeah, I do think Void Rays are okay right now. It's definitely stable enough of a unit. Well, we'll see how it plays out against what Harvester is doing. The Widow Mines are starting to pop out here and are going to start planting for just defense at the moment, so not getting aggressive with it. Doesn't get that hallucination there. So yeah. Late game, here we come.
This is looking cool. Well, you got one bot building up with bio, just getting up stim, combat shield, medivacs, and marines, and then we got another bot just running to sky toss.
Yeah, as fast as it can. Fleet beacon on the way, +1 air attack. Yeah, it's just going full on. Well, it makes sense for the tweaks it made for the Phoenix micro and such. Might as well go Phoenix. You're going to change it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a little bit concerned for the Harvester though, if like a strong bio attack does just come on in, because Sky Toss it's pretty weak until it's well established, and it's really good once it is established. But there could be some vulnerabilities here early on.
Yeah, definitely, especially with that many Marines out. I'd say that's one big vulnerability against Void Rays and Phoenix, that kind of thing. Just a big old Marine ball.
Yeah, there's you can joke about Terrans just needing to make Marines and stim across the map, but that's kind of all Jensiiibot does need to do at the minute.
Yeah, sometimes it works. Sometimes it's viable. Against Colossus and Banelings, not so much, but against a lot of other things, yes, it can work. All right, 3 bases for both players here, and Tempests on the way. So here we go. Harvester going for that kind of the last season strat. It was really good last season. And it's actually been okay this season. I'd say it's about 50-50. We've seen it work really well, but we've also seen it actually get shut down kind of hard a couple times. So we'll see how this plays out for the Harvester. The fact that he's got so much more air support with it makes me pretty hopeful for it.
Yeah, the 4th base already, though, makes me a little bit worried about the AI stretching itself too thin.
Nah, these are AIs. They can macro and micro all at the same time.
That's actually a really good point.
It is. It's fine. It'll be good. Yeah, and I think it's got a decent enough force, maybe, to hold this off. It is 20 army supply down. We'll see maybe if it can make some critical lifts and get those Widow Mines. Maybe if you can just bait some mine shots into the Marines would be good. Guardian Shield is going to help out a lot. We'll see if that gets used. He's using a lot of energy on hallucinations, though.
Yeah, this is scary times for the Harvester. He just wants to buy as much time as possible.
Here we go. Jensiiibot being very slow and methodical about this is going to start taking some shots from the Tempest. The Widow Mines do get burrowed, and here we go. They're actually going to bait on the Zealots are going to bait the shots onto the Marines a little bit. So there we go. It's already starting decently for the Harvester. But is there just too much Terran here? He's gonna push
all the ground army is gone for the Harvester for the most part. Tempest in the sky with a couple more Zealots reinforcing. The Harvester really just needs to hold, and then it should be in a decent spot, though.
Yeah, I think as long as he can keep trickling in Zealots, he should hold. The Zealots are going to be able to really keep the Marines busy, and that's what Jensiiibot needs to take out these Tempests, to be able to dive onto the Marines. But you can't really do that if there's Zealots all up in your business.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Good micro back from Jensiiibot we're seeing.
Very good micro.
But I don't think that the Terran's going to get anything done here.
Good lifts as well out of Harvester. He's going to catch a few of these tanks on the right. Yeah, the Zealots have all been cleaned out once more, but it's very easy to just get a few Warpins of Zealots, especially on 4 bases as Protoss. So these Tempests should be able to reign supreme for at least a little bit while longer until, there we go, Vikings. Vikings are on the way. Finally, yeah, we need to get some air units for our Terran here if he's going to be able to combat this. Because, yeah, we see more Tempest on the way. Another Stargate getting added on. More upgrades for the Sky Toss. So, yeah, this is just pretty much full Sky Toss with a little smattering of Gateway to kind of absorb some damage and buffer to keep the Tempest and such safe, which I really like. It's a great addition. Yeah, too many Tempests, maybe. Could be too many Tempests.
Yeah,
how many is too many?
I don't have an answer for that, but I wonder if we're going to see carriers at some point too, because those are pretty good.
Yeah, especially once you already get this air army established. Carriers are going to be a really nice bonus there. Oh man, the Tempests are doing okay. There's 3 fighting on each side. Honestly, I think this is what just happened. A crap.
Oh, gotcha.
I was going to say that was like the perfect amount of Tempest. Honestly, that's unfortunate that we had a crash because worker supply very even, army supply very even, upgrades looking good for both bots. Those Tempests were, oh man, I really want to see how that plays out.
I think it was looking pretty good for Harvester, as like Jensiiibot was building a lot of Marauders, more so than I think it needed, going up against Tempest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But it was doing good at keeping the Zealots at bay and kind of cleaning those up. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Always unfortunate when the bot has to go down like that. But he does have another chance. We are going to go into another game here in just about a minute or so. Whenever we get that loaded up. Yep, about a minute. What a good matchup, though. These two, kind of like our last matchup between these two, seem to be very evenly comparable as far as, just the ability to macro and keep things rolling at home, keep those units producing, keep microing really well. We saw some great splits out of Jensiiibot dealing with the Zealots. So this is gonna be a really good game number 2, I hope. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't see another crash. Let's keep our hopes up there. All right, so when are you going to start making a bot? When's your surely you're getting some ideas.
I'm kind of like a part-time university, but I am in computer science, so maybe someday down the road.
Or maybe make it a school project or something.
Could be. I think I have a ways to go on the fundamentals, but before I get into it. But the best way to learn anything is to basically just have a project to work on. So.
Yeah, well, now that we've got that template up on ESChamp, you can get, somebody will post a link for you here. You can get pretty much a build your own bot template where you can kind of see how it's all put. It's in the description below as well. You can kind of see, how it's all put together and what you need and tailor it to your own liking from there. So I've got an idea for my bot. Oh, we're going into, is the game ready? I wasn't watching the timer. Let's do it. I'll talk about my bot after.
Jensiiibot. Dr. Infy's TheHarvester.
Somebody wants to see Laughing Bot versus Alpha Star. What'll it take to get that set up?
I don't know. I'd have to get a response from the people who did DeepMind.
Think you'd stand a chance?
I think you can cheese out Alpha Star sometimes.
Yeah?
So yeah, I think you could write a bot that would potentially catch it off guard. It's got a few fatal flaws.
Yeah, I'd love to see it up against one of our top bots like MicroMachine, Tier, something like that. Would be kind of give us an interesting gauge to kind of where our bots are in comparison, I think.
Yeah,
because obviously Alpha Star, very complex. They had a lot of resources able to put into that. Oh, the gas steal!
Oh, that definitely gets a reaction.
Oh, big one. Oh, and it can't. Oh, it's a fake gas steal. You're supposed to keep it.
I guess when there's that many SCVs pulled onto it, you just cancel it.
Do it again.
Do it again.
All right. Well, it's funny because now in the end that just ends up wasted minerals anyway. Like it's gonna die anyway, but Jensiiibot doesn't really seem to care right now. There's still no even sign of a second gas coming up. Maybe soon to get into that factory and Widow Mine play. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so we've got pretty normal things. Yeah, no cheese out of these two. These two like a nice, steady macro game. Get up to 3 bases, then you can start fighting. It's like the no rush 10-minute rule for bots. And I'm okay with that. I like a nice macro game out of these bots. It's always fun to watch. Well, especially late game because we get into some weird late game scenarios, kind of like we saw with Ketroc there. We're gonna deny it. Gets the SCV. Well, that's not good for Terran.
No, but at least the SCV gets to building that CC right away.
Yeah. Well, gets a good scout off too in here, so he's gonna be able to look around. Nothing to really see. Oh, actually, no. Did he? I think he saw that Stargate there. Oh, we do have the Stargate and Void Rays already being produced before the 3-minute mark. That's a fast Void Ray.
Yes, it is.
Oh, he hasn't seen it.
And he even scans and then misses it.
Oh, how? Why? By like 1 pixel. Oh man, or 1 unit or whatever. Oh man, what a.
Yes, seeing not seeing the Stargate, not seeing a Nexus, that could definitely put Jensiiibot into panic defensive mode.
Oh, he's got his own starport on the way, so maybe we'll see some Viking production regardless. That could be helpful. Now I'm curious, are we gonna go into one base Tempest, or what's the plan here out of Harvester? This is interesting.
It's got to be an attack, right? Constantly building Void Rays, constantly building Stalkers.
Yeah, I am sitting. Yeah, these going to the late game. Nope. Harvester is just doing a one base shenaniganry here.
I like it.
I love
the
it.
Harvester turtled up in the last game, and now just changing it up in this game.
This is gonna look exact. There's the micro tournament game on the arcade there, and there's one scenario where it's actually you get like 1 or 2 Void Rays or something, and a handful of Stalkers, and you got to break a bunker. I think is what it is.
Oh yeah. I've played micro tournament. It's been a while, but that was a good one.
Yeah, I love that one so much. All right, here we go. Decent setup for Jensiiibot. So we'll see if Harvester decides to push out. Maybe this is just okay. Maybe this is going to be a little more defensive than we thought out of Harvester. It was really looking like it was going to be a one base push here. Maybe as the second base finishes up, we'll see Harvester push out. But Jensiiibot has a really good defense kind of set up right now. You know, with the tank and the bunker. Should be okay for now.
Yeah, that's really defensive. A good economic lead for Jensiiibot, that's for sure.
Okay. So I like this. Having the base to fall back on is really, really nice. Should this go awry? Oh, scan in the exact same place at start. Oh, well, hopefully it didn't freeze on the other end there.
The stream's froze.
They can hear me? Oh, they can. Okay. Okay, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. Some internet issues. I had a little internet cut out there, but we are going to be diving right back into this game. We see Jensiiibot will need to prepare for this defense here. Stalkers are coming across. Void Rays coming across. Do you think one bunker is going to hold this? One bunker and one tank and a handful of Marines?
I think so. I think it should, depending on the repair.
Jensi crashed the network. Damn it, Jensi. Okay, here we go. Good. We didn't miss any action. We're good. All right, 2 voids, handful of Stalkers there. Looks like 6. Base to fall back on. Should this go awry? So
the Widow Mine is really nice. Yeah, I think this is going to be a hold.
Oh, yeah, with that tank there. Already
and there's Medivacs and SCVs pulling already.
Oh, they're terrified. They don't want to push into this. Well, I mean, rightfully so. Yeah, there's 2 tanks now, so... Yeah, you can't push in. Go back, macro up. Your window has been missed. Oh, he's going to try to poke. There we go. Okay, turns around. Get out of here.
This is looking really, really good for Jensiiibot.
Yes, very, very good indeed. Third base even now on the way. So Harvester's actually going to fall behind with this. Yeah, really should have attacked a little bit earlier. Might have been able to bust through there when there was only 1 tank. Just the handful of Marines. No Widow Mines were out yet. But did sit back and kind of wait for that base to build up, maybe anticipating a little bit of pressure or something. But either way, Jensiiibot is in a beautiful spot. Maybe in a game, maybe we'll get to a game 3. We've only had 2 game 3s so far this season in ProBots. Some very close games, some very close series, but only two game 3s. So I'd love to see another one.
Yeah, honestly, I think all it's going to take is for Jensiiibot to get up to Stim. And Stim's researching, so...
Yeah, no, it's looking so good. Combat Shield on the way. Stim Marines with Combat Shield are going to shred through this army here.
Oh, Harvester's going for it into the Widow Mines, into the bunker.
Big hits. Oh, at least he knows when to pull back, but... Oh. This is not looking good for the Harvester. Still no third base on the way either. So this is just kind of some sad 2-base pressure at this point. That's just never going to get anything done. Oh, is that what's coming across on the bottom there? I see a little red dot moving around. Is that just a scout, I guess?
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay, yeah, just Marine scout. I thought it was maybe a little drop or something going in at first, but... All right, so... Yeah, it's just gonna be a two base harvester against very powerful 3-base Jensi with all the upgrades and looking at no armor and attack upgrades yet, but he's got stim almost done, even getting concussive shell. Ooh, this is gonna be rough. All right, here we go. Harvester is the aggressor this game for sure.
Yeah, just adding on more Void Rays, more Stalkers seems to be the plan. There's no further tech, no Twilight, no
Blink. That's rough. That would have been a nice addition with all these Stalkers.
Yeah, we see +1 attack start for the Void Rays, but that's not going to do too much against Bio.
No. It's not going to do really anything at all. Granted, the Void Rays are going to be very good against the tanks.
Oh no, into the Widowmine.
Oh,
that was nasty.
Yeah, those Widowmines are just. And this is a good example. We talk sometimes about how the bot just forgets. You know, sometimes when a thing just disappears and it's not there anymore. For example, when you go down to the low ground and you no longer see the enemy unit on the high ground, the bot will sometimes, it just forgets and says, oh, that unit just doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
In right now. And it's kind of that what we're seeing with the Widow Mines. They haven't moved, as far as I know. And Harvester has just gone in and eaten a face full of mine every single time. So good job out of Jensi. Yeah, Jensi is just looking so strong right now. I think we're going to see a push out pretty soon here from our Terran. Probably as we get a little closer to max, but
yeah, that's all we're really waiting on is that push out. There's not a lot of chance for the Harvester.
No, I think this is going into a game 3 as soon as there's a straight up engagement. Because yeah, so far it's just been Jensiiibot poking, taking a Widow Mine, going home. There hasn't even really been a big fight yet. Finally, a third base out of Harvester, but it's so far behind. Just look at that army supply. Look at the supply. Yep, this should do it. Here we go. Jensiiibot is moving across for the first time. So what do you want to see out of game 3 here, now that we're pretty much assured a game?
After seeing 2 games between these players, I want to see the Harvester go back to the Tempest stuff.
Yeah.
And I want to see if Jensiiibot will deal with it, because I'm pretty sure Harvester was going to win that last game, like game 1.
Yeah, that was looking really interesting. It was definitely going to be a fun fight, whoever ended up taking it.
And when you compare this to what the Harvester was doing in game number 1, it's definitely the game number 1 strategy I want to see again.
Yeah. And with the medevacs providing the high ground vision and no blink, the Protoss army is just going to melt here. And Jensiiibot pushes in for the win to tie things up and bring us to a game 3. Most definitely, yeah. Nothing is going to stop this bio ball at this point.
All right, game 3. Let's see it.
Let's do it. Yeah, I agree with you. I'd love to see that Tempest play again. Get up into that 3-base scenario a lot quicker. Because Jensiiibot, no slouch on the macro. Still got up on those 3 bases. Already got a 4th on the way in really good timing. So yeah, we'll just kind of have to wait and see what Harvester does. And it's so unfortunate too, just with the positioning of the Stargate and everything. It looked like it was starting off pretty decently for the Harvester. It was going to be a fun little game there. But man, Jensiiibot was just held up the combat shield, said no, and then pushed across with his bio ball and won. Good stuff. All right. So we got 2 minutes until our next match, ladies and gentlemen. How do you like ProBots? How do you like ProBots so far, Laughing Games?
I'm really enjoying this. Like, I mean, you can kind of have an idea of like, oh, it's bots fighting each other, but it's complex to see like the little things going on.
Yeah.
I'm also reading in chat how seeing that it picks 5 random strategies, and so the first 5 games will be one of each random order.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll be good because we do get up into best of 5s, I believe. For the semifinals, we should be doing that.
So I guess that's the Harvester. So we might see something completely different from the past 2 games.
Yeah, potentially. Very, very potentially. Yeah, and actually the Harvester was redesigned and continues the work of one of our previous bots in previous seasons, a very strong bot, Sharpened Edge. Saw in multiple ProBots, top round of 8s, round of 4s. And yeah, the Harvester was also actually, I don't know if you knew, was also a Zerg at one point in time. So it's kind of gone through some evolutions. It uses the Sharpie framework, one of those available tools, done by the creator of the Sharpie framework as well. So yeah, just some really cool little stuff here out of these bots. There's also, yeah, like you said, there's just so many little details and stuff that you wouldn't necessarily think about when you think of, oh, bot versus bot. Maybe you just think about the Blizzard AI that you fight against or something, which is very simple compared to these. These bots are already doing some crazy stuff compared to what the Blizzard AI does. Some very cool stuff. All right, so we got our next game, Game 3, coming up in just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. We do have one more best of 3 after this one wraps up here. Well, let's go ahead and hop into our final game between Jensiiibot and TheHarvester to decide who's going to move on to the semifinals.
Let's see it.
Jensiiibot. Dr. Infy's TheHarvester.
Okay. So we are going to see on Eternal Empire another new build out of TheHarvester, I believe. Or no, out of Jensi, I'm sorry, right?
That's actually funny how the bot spelt the GLFH.
What did it do? I missed it.
It wrote GLFH instead of GLHF.
Oh, did it really? So I wonder if that was intentional or not. Good luck, fun have. Sounds very more bot-esque. It sounds like Yoda. A little more so.
The Yoda bot.
Good luck, fun have. Anyway, yeah, we got TVP here. Game 3 on Eternal Empire. This is gonna be interesting. We're gonna see some new shenanigans out of these guys. What will happen this time? I really like it when we see a lot of diversity between a best of 3, and I think this format has done a very good job at highlighting that. Because before we've done round robin, where it's just been, you know, little best of 1s essentially across the board. And you do see a lot of different things, you know, between the bot matchups and stuff. But as we've seen here, just within a best of 3 now, we're getting such diversity in these builds sometimes that it's just so cool that we're able to see that.
Yeah,
have more than one build, right?
That makes sense. That's actually one thing that I was just thinking about. Like, what really is the best way to approach it? Is it best to have, like, to pick one style, then try and make that style as adaptable as possible, or just go for a mixed bag of styles?
That's kind of the thing about StarCraft, right? Is that not one thing will not work 100% of the time, right? That's the idea they're going for, at least. That's kind of the end goal, is that, you know, one build is not going to be so overpowered or whatever that it just wins no matter what, because then that would defeat the whole purpose of the game. If that always won, then what's the point of playing against it, right? So yeah, I think having a nice little repertoire under your belt is definitely the way to go. It's how all the pros do it. So they like to diversify.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was just more thinking, like, for example, like talking about one of the pros, like for example, Sarah, like he's just naturally a very defensive player.
Yeah.
And so, like, is it just best to pick something like to make a bot that's more like offensive most of the time, or one that's defensive most of the time? Or yeah, I don't know.
It's very situational. Well, kind of, for example, Ketroc is a very defensive bot. The continuous non-stop flood and harass and just denial of bases worked out in the end. So yeah, but you could also, you could make an argument that sitting back, getting a big 200 army of Vipers and Corruptors and Fungals and, you know, all this stuff, maybe that's the way to do it. Winning a big game. Hard to say. Ooh, get the Reaper. Get him. Oh,
lucky Reaper.
Lucky. Yeah, he's going to get the hell out of there. Jensiiibot gets a nice little scout off, sees what's going on. Void Rays once again, and there we go. There's a Twilight Council. Okay, so maybe we're going to see a little bit of Blink this time. Maybe some Blink with the Void Rays could work out a little better.
Yeah, I like this a lot better than the previous one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those Stalkers without Blink were just paperweights against the tanks and stuff. All right, well, let's see what happens. Jensiibot's getting some Cyclones. Cyclone's very good against Void Rays too, as long as he can keep vision. And, keep that lock on. That'll be very good. But, okay, so he's switching up, getting some Phoenix this time, not just pure Void Ray production. So I think this is going to be a little bit more of what we saw in game number 1, potentially. I'd love to see Fleet Beacon. Come on. Come on, Harvester. You can do it. I know you want to.
Oh, a charge.
Ooh, I like that.
Charge a lot Void Ray maybe or something? Or charge a lot Phoenix?
Yeah, I can see that working out.
Anyway, a third Nexus on the way already. Polar opposite of the last match, which the AI barely expanded. Or of the bot barely expanded, pardon me.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. Harvester's already getting ahead on the economy this time. And yeah, that's where we saw him in game 1, put him in a much better spot. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta keep expanding, especially against bots like Jensiibot, who does tend to be a little bit more defensive, more macro oriented. He doesn't push out until he's almost 200 supply, essentially. So, gotta keep that keep dancing. Yeah, just keep dancing. Woo! So that's what I was saying earlier. So I'm gonna be working on a bot with my girlfriend. She's doing some stuff to learn Python. And we figured, what better way to learn Python than make a bot for fun? So I'm gonna make one with her where every time a unit gets a kill, it's gonna be a Protoss bot. Every time a unit gets a kill, it dances, does the dance command.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
And yeah, so we'll see. It'll either work great and I'll taunt all my opponents and dance on their graves, or I'll just get utterly destroyed because I'm too busy dancing. Either way, it's gonna be awesome.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, we'll see. That'll be fun. Nobody steal my idea. If I see a bot author do it before me, I'll be very happy if you do it before me. But well, let's see here. 3 bases. Should see an attack out of Harvester. I would imagine kind of soon. He was a little bit more the aggressor, right? And definitely in the last game didn't work out, but let's see if it works out. Well, Cyril did say the bot had good micro, but he knew the strat, so there was never a chance. Yeah, that's the thing with bots. You can still kind of metagame them and bug them out a little bit and exploit certain things. Because they cannot quite adapt like humans. Yet. Give it time.
Yeah, yet's a big one. Like
Skynet could be a thing in the future. See, that's what kind of a running gag here. We think we're the foundations of Skynet, maybe. It's possible.
I could see it. It's definitely going to be interesting. Like, I'm not sure how long has ProBots been running.
A few years.
Yeah. So like, I imagine some people have been working on these bots for quite a while.
Oh,
but imagine like a big scale of it, like working on a bot for 10 years or something and fixing all the flaws in it. Like, it's going to become pretty advanced.
We'll check back in 10 years and see where these bots are at, I guess. Now, they are getting very advanced. Definitely.
I remember I did tune into some of the earlier ProBots, and there were, like, if I'm not mistaken, there was, like, a lot of more, like, specific, like, cheesy bots, like a bot that would just, like, 2 racks or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, and yeah, we definitely did not see games of this caliber in the first couple seasons of ProBots. It has advanced so much. And even just in the past year, even from the last year's 3 seasons, these bots have just made such leaps forward in what they can do. And as far as the entertainment they provide, oh man, it's so good.
Shout out to that one Marine running all the way across the map into the Protoss's main, pulling the Protoss's army out of position.
Hey, let's see if he can take advantage of it here. Yeah, Harvester's still not going back over. He will pull over to defend the space, I would imagine, as soon as it starts taking some fire. Yep, here we go. Zealots with charge are going to start coming in one by one.
Battle.
Voids. Get the tanks. Voids are targeting the tanks. Beautiful target fire here. Gets a medevac as well. Tempest just shelling away at anything they can right now. The lifts are halfway decent as well. He's getting some... Are those Widow Mines he's picking up? Because that is awesome. The targeting on this bot is so good.
Yeah, lifting up those mines is really great. Looks like the Harvester has enough in the air to push away Jensiiibot.
Wow. And here we go. This is the game 3 that I was hoping for. Nice hold so far. Lost a lot of Zealots, but all the Tempests remain. The Phoenix are pretty much still alive. So he's still going to be able to lift up those Widow Mines. Yeah, that target fire from the Void was so good. He just went straight for the tank. Good stuff here. All right. Let's see another engagement. All right, yeah, another Brave Marine goes down. Just a little Scout Marine. Got to keep that intel coming.
All right, Jensi moving to the north, going to be going for another attack, whereas the Harvester is moving to the south to go for its own attack. So we could have a bit of a base trade situation.
Or they'll both attack at the exact same time and both pull back at the exact
You think
same
so?
time. We'll see here. We'll see which one commits. I'm pretty sure Harvester's going to pull back.
Looks like you are correct, sir.
Kinda. Yeah, he's kind of kiting while he pulls back. But yeah, here we go. Harvester is going to pull back. Jensiiibot don't give a damn. Jensiibot's just going to keep pushing through. Kills off the third base. Marauders at home getting harassed by some Phoenix, but really to no effect. And that is just such a big bio ball. I don't know if these Zealots can do it, especially if they go up this choke point into his natural.
Look at that Tempest split, gunning down the Vikings. However, the Harvester is taking a ton of economic damage back at home, even if it manages to clean up this army.
Yeah, the Zealots were sticking with the Tempest as well, but I mean, I guess in the end that's kind of better because that way they don't just trickle in one by one and die without the Tempest here to help. And here we go, the Guardian Shield will do a little bit. Is it enough, though?
I think there's not enough Marines to clean up these Tempests, so this will be taken care of. However, the damage really has been done by Jensiiibot. The Harvester's back down to 3 bases, lost a lot of probes.
Yeah, but that's a lot of Tempests out still, and he is still mining on 3 bases. It's not undoable for Protoss to make something happen here. His problem is lack of splash. He's got a bunch of Tempests against fire, and then typically that doesn't work out. You need Colossus or Storm, something.
Yeah, definitely. Now, Jensiiibot isn't actually making that much anti-air, or enough anti-air necessarily, making 4 Marauders at a time and only 3 Marines at a time. I think just making like purely Marines at this point would be fine.
Yeah, maybe you don't need Storm or Colossus when you get enough Tempest and you can just one-shot the Marines.
Micro back endlessly with Tempest, why not?
Yeah, why not? Well, we'll see. We got more Vikings coming out still, getting some upgrades for those Vikings as well, so that's good. Marines getting +3 attack already on the way, so that's going to be helpful for sure. If you can get a decent amount of Marines under that, that's a lot of Tempests.
Yes, it is, and I'm a little bit concerned for Jensiiibot, just having made so many Marauders. There's not that much anti-air. Like, you either deal with the Tempest Air Army in a fight, or you don't, and you lose everything. And
is he not going to repair?
I guess not.
Nope. No repair out of Jensiiibot. This could be problematic. Warp Prism is even going to start warping in some Stalkers, but they're just going to be donations at this point. Oh, good.
Look at these Marauders.
Yeah, they're useless against this. Somebody push them on their back so they can do something useful. Yeah, I gotta say too, this micro so far has just been so good out of both the bots, but Harvester with the, he got the Warp Prism kind of out of the way. He saw that Marines were coming, but now he's like,
all
okay,
these Vikings doing some work, but in the end, not enough of them.
Yeah, it was a decent dive, just not enough though. Yeah.
There's more Marauders.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to call it early, but I don't know that there is an answer to these Tempests. The base will go down again, and the Marines are just trickling into their death. Vikings
I totally thought Jensi had this.
It was looking really, really good for him, for sure, especially with that push out killing the third, killing so many workers, but unless you can kill the Tempests, it's that domino effect,
Yeah, that snowball definitely.
Or snowball, yeah. Yeah, more of a snowball than a domino. For sure. Better analogy. That's why we brought you on, because I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. Yeah, this is looking a little bit dire here for Jensiiibot. We might have our third semifinalist. Here we go. One more dive out of the Vikings.
The Vikings doing a lot of work. I mean, that was a lot of dead Tempest, but in the end, still too many.
Yeah, now some more ground units come in with the Zealots and Sentries. Yeah, there's just nothing on the ground now.
There we have it.
And this will be the killing blow. That was a good last dive, though. A really good attempt out of Jensiiibot. Finally got a good, healthy amount of Vikings. Wasn't trickling them in. Really dove on those Tempests and got a lot of them, but too much Protoss. GG. All right, so we have now got 3 bots in the semifinals. Who you liking so far? Who you gonna put your money on if you were gonna bet?
So far, I'd say I think my favorite is Tyr.
Yeah, Tyr is strong. Tyr definitely brings the heat a lot of the time. Very versatile. Tyr has something like over 50 builds, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Tyr has a lot going for him for sure. It's a good guess. That's if I were to put money on it.
Yeah, that's a lot of builds to program into a robot.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, well, we've got one more best of 3 coming up, everybody, in just a moment, about a minute's time or so, whenever they get that loaded up. We have got MadAI versus Strelok to finish things off tonight. Now, I believe only one of these bots got some updates. No, I'm sorry, neither of these bots. So these 2 bots did not get any updates. So we're going to be seeing them in their original form, as they were in day number 1 here on ESChamp. Yep, one more minute. Can we pull up the bracket one more time here? Oh, we got some replays. Just whatever we want to show the people. Just show them. We'll show them something fun. But yeah, so we've got some updates for these bots. Or no, I'm sorry, no updates for these bots. But it will be a nice TVP to finish things off here tonight. Strelok are Terran, MadAI are Protoss. There it is. Yeah, this was the moment. It was looking real good for Jensiiibot. Killed all the ground forces, I think. You know, really pushed back the Protoss, got the base. But yeah, just the Tempest ball was just too much, I guess. Yeah, just not, like you said, not enough anti-air.
Yeah, if Jensi waited maybe for a few more Vikings, then I would have won that fight and swung the momentum back.
Yep. All right, well, we've got our last best of 3 ready. Everybody hold on to your seats because we're going in right now. MadAI versus Strelok coming up.
Armageddon's Strelok. Madman's MadAI.
Okay, so this is going to decide who goes up against the Harvester. Oh, I'm sorry, against the Harvester in the semis, and then who will be going down into the lower bracket. We do have 4 bots waiting for their opponents in the lower bracket. I couldn't tell you who would be matched up against who. We'll have to take a look at the bracket after this best of 3 to determine that. But this should be a very good match. Both these bots coded in Python. Strelok's weak to mass tempests, so yeah, if Strelok wins here, might be having a little bit of trouble next match in the semis against our Tempest bot there.
Yeah, aren't we all weak to mass tempests though?
Yeah, probably.
It's a fine line to walk trying to deal with Tempest.
For sure. And then controversially, MadAI is actually, its weakness is long macro games. So as it gets later and later, we might see a little bit of Strelok kind of power falling off here. But
I feel like saying that a weakness to long macro games is just a polite way to say that you're cheesy.
Yeah, So it does decide its build order at a certain point here. It uses a neural network, as it's called. I don't know exactly what it entails, but basically it'll choose a build here. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure Strelok tells us what it chooses. Yep, here we go. Oh no, that's MadAI.
Cool.
I'm sorry. Yeah, MadAI does that. I'm talking about the wrong bot. Strelok doesn't do that. MadAI does that. So we're gonna see the 4-gate proxy build order. This is one of its more popular ones that it does.
4-gate proxy. All right, I dig it.
It doesn't always proxy the gates though, if I recall correctly. Yeah, you can see 2 gates on the way, 3 gates, or no, 2 gates on the way, both in the main. So it just kind of means some early gateway pressure into expand, from what I recall. It doesn't do like zealots into the main really quickly or anything like that. But either way, should be a fun match. First Reaper might get caught. Stalker's hot on its tail. Actually, should be able to get out through the north here. Yeah, man, the Reaper micro.
Good Reaper control.
I want to see a mass Reaper bot again. We saw that, I think, one time out of MicroMachine, where he did a pretty heavy Reaper build, and it worked okay.
Yeah, that was actually one of the games that I caught. I remember that one.
Yeah, it's fun. Reapers are good. They're fast. They are definitely, you kind of have to get control early game.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, hello.
An armory and a fusion core.
Oh boy. Ooh, what do you think is going to be? VCs there?
I don't know, because there's an armory and a fusion core. Usually you'll pick like one or the other.
Yeah. Maybe for armor upgrades for the BC? Maybe.
I don't know. Now it fires up cloak too.
Okay, why not? Why not? We're just going to keep it a mystery. We'll figure out what it's doing eventually. Oh, goodness. Oh, man.
Maybe it's for like an ultimate fake out or something. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Like, my opponent can't know what I'm doing if I present that I'm doing everything.
Yeah, if I don't know what I'm doing, no. He can't know. Reaper's really trying to get in, but this Sentry is doing a good job at holding the high ground here. Oh, we're going to see a push out. Yeah, MadAI looking like he wants to get aggressive on one base with his nice big Stalker Ball. And this is a really strong army. 24 army supply to 10, and most of that 10 is in Reapers. There is one Banshee on the way out. So
yeah,
just maybe.
This is a little concerning for Strelok.
That Cloak Banshee might save the day, but that is a lot of Stalkers. There's going to be a lot dying in the meantime while he tries to clean those up with just the one Banshee.
An extra starport on the way for Strelok too.
All right, well, we'll see. He is sticking to one base, so Strelok didn't do anything greedy like expand or, try to do anything too cheeky like that. So maybe he can hold on here. Nice lift to the walls. Is going to keep the Stalkers out for some time. There's the Cloak as well. Not a ton of energy, so this Banshee is on a timer, essentially. He's going to be able to get one Stalker. Ooh, good. He's targeting the sentries. That's good. I like that. Oh, but the repair is so good. SCVs are dying, but so far this Banshee... Oh, it's about to uncloak.
Yeah, that'll be the end of the Banshee once it's uncloaked. Stalkers do end up killing it.
I think he was going back to maybe try to repair, but... the Stalker's just too good. Oh, are they going to be able to do this? The Zealot given high ground vision. Oh, there's so many more Stalkers coming. I think this might just break through. One more Banshee with Cloak pops out, but it just takes so long to kill Stalkers with one Banshee. What is it, like 6 volleys or something? 3, 4,
I don't know.
Yeah,
it takes so long. That's not one of the things you know.
4, 5, 6. No, it's 7. I think it's 7 volleys. Either way, yeah, there's so many Stalkers. They're on the high ground now, and you can see their micro. Each one is, again, getting individually microed here. So they are really able to maximize their potential and their ability to stay out of the line of fire while continually doing damage.
Yeah,
and, it's going to do it.
Good choice by MadAI with that build.
Yes. The 4-gate. Good old 4-gate. Can't go wrong.
For Strelok, I'm not sure what it was choosing. It did end up getting Hyperflay rotors with the fusion core.
Oh, okay. So it was going for Banshee speed then. It was going for a mass Banshee speed build.
Do you even need a
the fusion core? I believe so, yeah.
Or did they get rid of that? I can't remember.
That's a good question. Now I don't know because now you're making me second guess myself.
Sorry for making you doubt yourself.
I think you need the fusion core. I'm pretty sure you still need it for hyperflight.
Okay.
Because why? Yeah, and also like, why else would he get it?
That makes sense.
All right. Either way, game 1 going to our Protoss here. We'll see. This might be a quick last best of 3 here between these two. Yeah, and again, we've seen MadAI do usually very well in our tournaments here. It's been around for a handful of seasons now. So, all right. Look at this nice replay we got here. Yeah, look at that Stalker micro. Just classic Stalker micro. Very good stuff. Yeah, I still think Stalkers are one of the best units for a bot to use. Obviously, we have that Alpha Star example of how powerful it really can be, but we've seen some of these bots do that exact same thing. I think week 1, it was Tier or somebody. We couldn't even get it all on one screen, all the Stalkers that were microing and fighting at the same time. There's just so many of them. But yeah, here we go. 30 seconds until our next game. It's coming up. Who are you rooting for? I'm hoping Strelok can make a little comeback here.
It would be cool to see. I'm curious what strategy Strelok's going to go for in the next game. Because that was an interesting one, that game.
Yeah, well, had he been able to get maybe 2 or 3 Banshees up before the attack came, it might have worked out, because then he would have had that much more energy on the cloak as well. Could have really worked those Stalkers down a lot more effectively.
Yeah, it was just an interesting build to put into that bot, though, like researching +1 vehicle attack.
Yeah, that was interesting. Well, we're going to find out right now. Let's go into game number 2.
Let's see it.
Armageddon's Strelok. Madman's MadAI.
Eternal Empire. For what could be our final map of the evening. Should MadAI close it out now? Again, we see that build, I think, a lot out of MadAI, and for good reason. It works a lot of the time. Just getting that early army out and putting on the pressure and just not letting your opponent do what they want.
Yeah, I mean, clearly it worked there. Yeah. Honestly, whatever we see, I'm looking at Strelok to see like what kind of crazy build it's going to choose this game.
I honestly don't mind. I did not mind the build it was doing. Something just felt slow about it or something. Shouldn't you be able to have at least 2 Banshees out by the time all that Stalkerage hits? Or
yeah, I thought it was kind of slow because it got like the armory and the +1 and.
Yeah, so yeah, there was a lot of the fusion core, things like that really slowed it down. Had it focused on Banshee production and just getting that cloak as the one tech for now, it very easily, I think, could have had a proper defense for what MadAI threw across at it. Oh, we get the probe.
Yeah, that's good to see SCV killing the probe.
How the turns have tabled. All right, well, yeah, it's just going to be a little one-base action. I believe out of both these bots, we're going to see what MadAI chooses right now.
2-base Robo.
Okay. A little change up. All right, MadAI is going to be going for that 2-base play. So he's going to be a little bit more passive. That might give Strelok the time he needs to get up enough Cloak Banshees again.
Yeah.
Get that speed. We'll have to see. Now, it's interesting, especially after how well that worked. I'm surprised it didn't do the same build. Maybe it's mapped a little more map dependent than I know.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it chooses exactly what makes it pick its build. So, for all we know, it's just rolling a dice.
For all we know. Well, somebody in chat knows, I'm sure.
There we have it. This game, it's double starport. And the armory, too.
All right. So, yeah, Banshees, I would imagine. Oh, wait, did he get 2 starports last time?
I thought it just had 1 in the last game.
Yeah, I think it was just 1 as well, so interesting. Double
I mean,
down.
go big or go home.
Yeah. Why not? And again, I really think the Cloak Banshee play could do really well, but this time there's a robo facility. So observers are probably on the ticket coming up here.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean they'll be in position all the time, though. From MadAI, that's actually one of the things from watching like a ton of Alpha Star games, is that the AI will just keep building Banshees nonstop, and eventually it'll find a hole.
Okay. Hey, persistence is key. Sometimes it works out. All right, Immortal first, so no observer just yet. And there is the Cloak on the way before we even see a Banshee, which is interesting. But yeah, we're going to be going into that Cloak Banshee play once more. Did he do the Fusion Core this time or no?
No.
I don't think he did.
Just the armory. And it's getting ship weapons to this game. So the build from Strelok makes a lot more sense this game.
Yes. And he's got a second base coming up too. Yeah, this is looking much, much better for Strelok this time around. Army supply, though, he's still no Banshee starting. And it's 19 to 4 Army supply still. And he's getting an engineering bay now. I think because of the Phoenix. Maybe he's building that to build turrets.
I do not know. There's Hyperflight rotors fired up. So at least when Strelok does build Banshees, it'll have all the upgrades.
Well, it answered our question as well. You do not need the Fusion Core.
No, I think
somebody said in chat. Banshee, remove
Ketroc
Fusion
said
Core
it in chat.
There we go. I just don't pay attention to chat enough.
You do. I think you did at some point, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. Need the Fusion Core.
Yeah. It seems like they removed it though. Yeah. Well, so that just last game makes even less sense now then.
That's why I was so confused.
Gotcha. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So Raven's on the way. Okay, so he's not even going for Banshees now. So there's definitely, I think, some crossed wires going on.
I think that's the best way to put it.
But I do think these hallucinated Phoenix are at least a big part of the cause, if not just a little bit, because the turret's now coming up. I think that's because of the Phoenix. The Viking that came out, I think because of the Phoenix. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, and that was all supposed to come out as part of this build.
It's double Raven and an extra starport now. So
where are the Banshees?
I do not know.
They're coming. They're coming. Don't worry. He's gonna get 3 starports and then just crank them out. And once those Banshees start coming out, then they'll be good. But it's so nice to get them early because then you can really start banking some energy so they can cloak for a nice long time. Because I still don't think there's an observer out.
I think you're right about that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, the hallucinated Vikings really throwing a wrench in the gear.
Disabled the Phoenix. The hallucinated Phoenix got disabled.
It's hilarious. All right, so finally 2 Banshees are on the way. So we are going to start seeing that Sky Terran army. That works so well. But
there is an observer though.
There is an observer, yep, and that's a big army. That's a real big army. And there's more army on the way. And yeah, Strelok's been slouching a little bit. The macro has been pretty good. You know, he's up on workers by a couple. But he has just not made army.
Yeah, we're going to have to see if that observer flies over a turret or the Viking and Raven gun it down. Otherwise, Strelok is just dead.
Indeed. And I think it's interesting because in the notes it says Strelok is not so good at surviving the late game. He's getting set up for the late game so well with all those upgrades and the production and everything, but when you do that and you're that greedy, this is what happens.
The observer does get killed, but the Banshees are already dead. One pops out, cloaks right away, okay.
Yeah, it's like game 1 though, 1 Banshee with too much to kill and not enough energy or time to do it.
Even with +1, the Banshee ain't killing these units quick enough.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe we have our final semifinalist here to go up into that next stage. And it looks like Strelok will be moving down. He does get one more chance. We do have a lower bracket for all the bots that lost today. They will all get one more chance at redemption. One more chance to keep moving on in this double elimination tournament. But good job. Well done, MadAI. You are our final semifinal, our fourth semifinalist here in Season 2 of ProBots.
Well done.
Well done.
Yeah, I mean, good build choices from MadAI.
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing too complicated, but it definitely worked.
Solid, yeah, solid build. Build up a nice army, push across, get the win. That's all you got to do to win StarCraft, right? Make more stuff.
Yep. Just choose a good build.
All right.
Do that build.
That's our games. What was your favorite game tonight? Do you have one?
Oh, I mean, like the sadistic part of me, like that Ketroc game, which went on for 45 minutes.
That was fun. It was
a part of
action.
me hated it so much, but then a part of me loved it. And then I think I enjoyed watching the Tempest games too.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was really cool to see it work. I still am just gonna always. It's that moment of wonder. What would have happened between those two in that one where the game crashed between Jensiiibot and Harvester?
Yeah, I was wondering that too. We kind of saw in game number 3 that the bot didn't do the best job dealing with the Tempest.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's very possible that's very well what could have happened. We do have a replay here for you. We're gonna take a quick look at. Oh no, we're gonna take a look at the brackets instead. We've got our brackets here for your viewing pleasure. All right, we've got our semifinalists. We will get this bracket updated for you, but we've got TyrP, Ketroc, TheHarvester, and MadAI all moving on to our next round. Jensiiibot, the only one able to take a game and bring us to a game 3 in this thing. And yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at our lower bracket to see who will be fighting up against all these players here. So I believe it should be MicroMachine versus winner. Oh, we already updated it. Okay, cool. We've got three-way lover versus Ketroc going up. MicroMachine versus Worthless Bot. And these will all be played next week here on ESChamp at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Strelok versus Spud, and then Jensiiibot versus Kagamine. And it is going to be a lot of fun. Again, next week, same time, same place here on ESChamp at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Be sure to join our forum to get updates and to know what is going on and stay up to date with when things are happening here on ESChamp. It's a good place for that. But yeah, I'm very excited. Thank you so much, Laughing Games, for joining us and giving us your awesome insight here. You're going to cast a little more bots in the future now? Oh, you're
definitely gonna look more into this robot thing. Maybe who knows? I'll try making my own bot. I'm not gonna promise anything, but if I find I have a bunch of free time or something, maybe I will. It definitely looks like a cool project to work on something like this.
Oh, for sure.
It was great to get a better look at the ProBot scene you guys have been building.
Yeah, it's a cool little meta I think we're kind of developing here. Just between the bots, but yeah, very cool stuff. People can check you out on Twitch, on YouTube, all that, right?
Yeah, YouTube is my main place. Hanging out at just my username on YouTube. You'll find me Laughing Games. I put up a pro game every day or every 2 days, and then on the other day I put up an Alpha Star cast, as I'm trying to cast every single Alpha Star game they released.
Awesome. And I'm gonna go start watching.
Almost there.
Those. Almost there. How many were there?
There was a lot. I've been casting pretty much one every. There was probably like 500 replays or something like that. Ooh. And so it's been a project. I started like it would have been like November, I think. And I was just planning on doing one or two, but then people really liked it, so I was like, all right, I'll keep casting this.
No, it's really cool. So yeah, everybody go check out some Alpha Star casting on Laughing Games channel. I'm definitely gonna go check some of those out soon. And then, yeah, we're going to be back again, same time, same place next week. Let's do one more member shout out to our Crown Club. We've got some awesome Crown Club members. Let's give them some recognition. I swear we have more Crown Club members than just Raph. We do love him, but big shout out to all the other Crown Club members. We love you all. You do an amazing job supporting us and keeping ProBots a thing and up and running. So definitely check out in the descriptions below all the links for that. You can become a Crown Club member, get some really cool perks to our access to our members only Discord, and some behind the scenes stuff, as well as some artwork. You can also join here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the follow and like button if you haven't already. Just make sure you get notifications, hit that little bell icon as well. And you can also get some cool little emotes if you sub to YouTube. Again, all of that goes a long way to helping ESChamp. And you can check out our forum one more time. Check out our ESChamp community forum. And you can talk to other members there. You can see what's going on. We, again, made that post today of which bots we're playing. So we'll make one next week as well. So you can, again, stay up to date with all that. And yeah, that's it for ProBots Day 4. Next week, we will be going back into our lower bracket to decide who will be eliminated. We've got 4 more bots getting thrown into the junk pile next week. So be sure you come back at 7:30 p.m. Eastern to watch it all go down. Thank you again, Laughing Games. Hopefully you had fun. I had a great time.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was great to be here.
Awesome. And with that, we're going to see you all next week. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.